Skies pronounce your warning. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Hold on, the floor is caving. Your walls turn into cages. Your refuse will be your dances with the devil. Your power isn't special. We don't fit on your canvas. We burn it all to ashes now. 'Cause we are the outlaws.
Yeah, you've been dancing with the devil. Be careful who you gunning for, cause when it settles, it's only pain and grief when you living lawless. We only chase it if the chance of profit's flawless. We keep our eyes on the weak, they know that they targets. Hunting for goodwill, we ain't looking for.
Wait a moment. Hold up. I got something to say. I was listening to that song and he says, get ready, you're going to be dancing with the devil. Get ready because you're going to be flawless. Well, I got something to say in light of that. A lot of people are asking me about the TFTG and what we are, or better yet, who we are. Well, I got something to say about that, and I want everybody to listen up. It doesn't matter what Big O or any outsider thinks. He doesn't even know who the Finn's Tailgate is, right? He doesn't know who TFTG really are. He's not part of our movement. He's not part of the ruckus that we've built. You want to know who TFTG is? Well, it started with these guys, right? It started with guys like Tonk, Shake Money, Color, myself, El Capitan, Lewis included. Even though he's over at the Blitz pickup, he's still part of the Brotherhood, right? That's who TFTG is. But here's the little secret. These might be the guys that you see every day here on YouTube, but let me tell you who TFTG really is. That's the kicker here. Here's the bottom line. Opinions from random YouTubers won't define us. TFTG is our agenda. It's our pride. That's not, notice I'm using the word our. That doesn't mean Tonk, Fake Money, El Capitan, Color, Lewis and myself, or anybody else that's here on the TFTG network. It means everyone, the audience included, the fans included. That's what it means. YouTubers won't define us. TFTG is something special. We debate, we disrupt. It's a passion. No matter how crazy it gets, we support the Dolphins. That's what it's about. We are the tailgate party that never stops. It's not just a punchline, it's a way of life. We are the ruckus. And that starts right here. The moment you guys come here and hang out with us for the good time. So next time someone out there thinks they can judge or define us, or I don't know who they are, and act all like an idiot and, scumbag, to be honest, TFT, just remind them that TFTG isn't for them. It's always and always has been. It's been for us. That's why everybody get ready, hit the like button. This is Club Exhale.
Don't know what you want, I need to know. Don't pick up the phone when I try to call. Tell me what is wrong or what is right. What is right? 'Cause now it's too late, too late, too late, too late, now it's too late, too late, too late, too late, now it's too late. Now it's too late. Now it's too late. I can see the shadows look like you. I gotta forget, find something new. There's no going back for you and I. 'Cause now it's too late, too late, too late, too late, now it's too late, too late, too late, now it's too late. Now it's too late. Now it's too late. Now it's too late.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Club Exhale. This is the road to training camp. Everyone hit the like button. We got a great show tonight. I cannot wait to get started. I got my boy in the back, my boys in the back. I'll bring them up shortly. We'll be dropping the link tonight. Get ready for a great show. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're brand new. Turn on the notification bell. Check out all the great content we got around here. We got everything from the Finn's Tailgate Show, TMI Thursdays. Check them out. Check out, Drive Time, Smoke Lounge, Shake Money. We got the wrestling show. Check out West Coast Dolphin fans. Check out everything here at TFTG. It's great. Club Exhales every Saturday night during the season. I cannot wait. Let's get this party started. What is up, El Cap? How you doing, sir?
Yeah, boy, just vibing back here. I love the intro. Always hypes me up, boy. I can't help it. You know what I'm saying? The intro gets me hype, brings me back. I poured myself a stiffener to get ready for when the donations come through. I'll be ready. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button, donating to get the shots in. We can get this party popping. We're going to get into all kinds of stuff.
That's right. You heard El Capitan. He's taking blue pills, taking a stiffener, getting ready to go wild on his wife and everything. He's getting prepped. That's what this is all about, getting prepped, man. And get the heartbeat going. Everybody hit the like button. Let's get this party started. We got Tonk up in the house. What is up, Tonk? I'm glad you made it. Your best friend from Buffalo was trying to give you wrong times, I saw in the chat.
Yeah. He's over there. He's over there living on. Mountain time. Even though he's in Buffalo.
They call that slow country, Tonk. They call that slow country.
He lives where they say no. The other New York.
Yeah, they go.
Oh man,
that's actually a really good burn right there, dude. He lives in the other New York. That's wild as hell.
Yeah, we got Mr. Pauk up in here.
What up, Mr. Paul?
What's up, Mr. Pauk? Oh, do we have a special guest up there? Do you see him?
I don't know. HB, you trying to slide in here, HB? What's going on? I see you in the back.
It looks like it's not connecting because it won't let me bring him up.
Yeah,
his mic's not connected.
Yeah, I don't know. I see him trying to get in. See if he left me any text messages. I don't know. I don't know if he's planning on coming in or not.
Yeah, maybe
that would be wild. That would be wild if HB swung through. That would be a wild time.
HB on camera swing through. That would be awesome.
Y'all got to donate a lot of pretty money to see his pretty mug. Goddamn, that's the kicker right there. Y'all want to see HB behind the mask? You're gonna have to show a little nip slip or something, bro. I know HB for a long time. He only shows that pretty mug for a nip slip or in Tijuana on certain nights.
We're not going to say the other reason.
yeah, we're going to keep the other reasons. Yeah, we're not going to say
definitely.
You already know, Tom. Yeah, we're not going to say the other reasons. You know what I
mean? Well, anyway, everybody make sure you hit the like button. I'll be getting to the chat shortly. But before that, check out tftgnetwork.com. Check out the store. We got tons of merch, everything, all your favorite t-shirts, mugs, playing cards. There's cookware, stuff for the ladies, stuff for the kids. There's stuff for everybody. Check out the hats. We got new merch coming out all the time, right? And while we're hanging out, check out this.
Yeah, boy, I don't give a fuck what anybody says, Ali. I don't care what anybody says. There's people out here making YouTube. There's people doing radio on YouTube. There's people making clips on YouTube. But ain't nobody making YouTube entertainment other than us. Let's get it.
Right. That's right. Let's be real about the Dolphins show. This is an entertainment show. Let's have some fun, everybody.
Goddamn right, baby. This is the only entertainment. We got just entertainment. Well, not just entertainment, because we'll be schooling fools up on here too. You want to play around? We can have a good time. We can have a real good time. You heard? You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
That's right, baby. That's it, baby.
I may be DJ P tonight, but I ain't no Dr. P, if you know what I mean. When it comes to Dr. Phil and stuff. Today on the Dr. P show, we're going to be talking about El Capitan's feelings against Big O. No, we're not going to be talking about that tonight. All right? We ain't going to be crying. I'm sorry. You don't know who I am. That's my brother.
He know. Everybody
know. You know who you are.
Anyway, I feel like I got to take a big old shit.
Let's get the party started. Anyway, everyone hit the like button. I see who's in the chat. We got Mr. Pauk up here. Crazy Dolphin already with the first chat. Thank you, Mr. Pauk. I see you up here on the panel. I appreciate it. We got Back It Up Binge Podcast. Check them out. I hear they got a lot of cool old cats up there that hang out every once in a while. Go check them out. Nightmare 74. I like the name. Pretty good. John Featherland, how you doing? Armando, how you doing, my friend? How you doing? Ooh, FIBA J up in here. I haven't seen you in a while, sir. How's it going? Ron Winarski. Is that the Ron that we know? Is that Ron, or I don't know. Do you know who Ron Winarski is? I don't know.
Yeah, that's Ron. I mean, that's Ron right now.
I
don't run away, you heard?
Ron says, get
That's
a better
double R. That's
my dog, yeah.
You're preaching for some fire, bro. We already know we need a new QB.
RO, you in the middle.
We don't know. Come back with a new trick, and then maybe we'll learn something. Tonk 7. Oh, my God. We got double tonks. Someone's pretending to be you, sir.
What? Hold on.
Actually, that is you. That is you. Never mind. That was you. Delusional Patriots fan. How you doing, sir? Jamie Reichart. How you doing? Carla's still around. Very nice to see you.
Carla Williams.
Did the Dolphins draft a QB? Yes, we did draft a QB. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nightmare 74. I already said you. Grumpy. We're going to be dropping the link. We need you to come up too. Let's see. BMCD. How you doing? Anybody else? Ooh, I see people on Kick over here. Diablos 32.
Yeah, how are we on, like, how does it stream on Kick?
Yeah, we stream on Kick.
Hey, real quick. Yes, we're streaming on Kick. We're streaming on Twitch.
Is Kick like a texting app?
No, Kick is a streaming app, bro. It's like the biggest one in the world right now. Like,
okay.
Well, Twitch is kind of taking that back, but Twitch and Kick are really far out in front.
Yeah.
So, real quick, before we get going, Ali, get your shots in, get your drinks in. Everybody, make sure to donate shots because we got a special HB production Big O video that he put in our thing, and we got to get these shots going if we're gonna play that video. I don't know what it is.
It's gonna be special. I don't even know what it is. It's gonna be live reaction.
I have no clue what it is. Shout out to everybody in chat. I don't know where you left off at. Ali.
Diablo 32. Listen, if you are on the Kick side watching, or you're on the Twitter side or anywhere else, Twitch or wherever else outside of YouTube, come over to YouTube. Join the chat, hang out, have conversations, hit the like button, right? Subscribe. Come over and hang out with us, right? Thank you for watching. We got 53 people watching. I want to see the likes go. Lewis, what is up, Lewis? Make sure I'm going to drop the link. I'd like you to come up. And we can talk about this road to.
He says, check your phone, Ali. Lou told you to check the phone.
Oh.
Do I get breaking news? Is that what I got?
No.
I don't know. I'm about to find out. What the hell is this? Let me see. Damn, that's not the type of news I wanted. That is definitely not the news I wanted.
Whoa.
Lewis, that's not the news I wanted.
Oh, no.
Hit the breaking. Can you hit the breaking? I don't know if I have it on mine.
Oh, okay. Hold up. Let me see if you got it. Hold on. I might be able to. Hold on. I got it right here. Let me see if I can upload it.
Yeah,
hold on. Let me see if I can upload it for you.
Delete something old if you need to.
I got it, dude. I just dragged and dropped it. It's uploading it now. Don't worry.
Okay.
Hold on. Give it a second. It'll be right there at the bottom. All right. I got it. You ready?
Yeah, go for it.
TFTG breaking news.
That's right. We got some breaking news, and this goes into rookies. Not Miami Dolphin related, but kind of hits heart to home because I really like this kid. Breaking news, Cleveland Browns second round pick running back, Keyshawn Judkins. Turn that down if you don't mind. If you can. Thank you. Keyshawn Judkins was arrested today in Florida for a battery and domestic violence charge.
Boo. That brings down the vibe. First of all, not only does that bring down the vibe, secondly,
now even I want to drink.
Secondly, Buddy's about to go off for 1,000. Get him on the hammer the over. This happens every year. Buddy's going to go off.
I don't know what happened. I just found this out because Lewis just dropped it in my phone. He sent me the link. I hadn't even seen it yet, right? I've been doing other stuff. I'm not going to really comment until I actually find out exactly what happened. Then I'll comment. But this is what I will say. We've seen this 1,000 times, and players still somehow get away from it and still end up playing. I do think, as a football standpoint, Keyshawn Judkins is a rookie pick that I would make because I do think he's going to go off in Cleveland personally. That's what I think. If not, if you don't believe me, go check out his highlight reels. Not even his highlight reels. Just watch the all 22 on Keyshawn Judkins. Even before he was at Ohio State, maybe he was at when he was with Ole Miss. Go check him out. Right? Go see what he did. He tore up the SEC. He tore up the Big Ten.
He'd be turning it up at home, I hear, too, Ali. I don't know.
Well, he doesn't live down here in Florida, so he was in vacation. That's not really good. I'm not really happy about it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Tearing it up at home is wild. You know what I think about it? Fuck all that bullshit. Let's get back to the party. Fuck all that. You guys are fucking asshole.
You're right. I see everybody else in here. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Hit the like button. Let's get the drink up. What's up, Color? How you doing?
Yeah, shout out to Grumpy who made it up in here. Carla in the crib. Ron in here. B McD sliding in. Ew, no diddy. Flavor J coming through the crib. John Featherland, Lou, as we said, and Roy Smith. Howdy dowdy. Nightmare 74. What's going on? Everybody hit that like button. Donate for the shots. Let's get this popping. We want to go ahead and play this friggin' I guess it's a video. He says it's more of like a...
Well, while we're hitting shots, you know what? I got you know what you got to do, right, El Cap?
What?
Well, if we're going to do shots, there's one thing for sure you need to do.
What do I got to do?
You need to turn it way up, and I mean way up. Turn it up, way up, way up.
Yo, crank that volume, turn it way up. Get your weapon, get your blade out. Damage, then you gon' pay up.
Get it.
Yo, crank that volume, turn it way up. Get your weapon, get your blade out. Damage, then you gon' pay up.
Yo, crank that volume, turn it way up. Get your weapon, get your blade out. Damage, then you gon' pay up. Yo, crank that volume, turn it way up. Turn it way up, turn it way up.
Crank that volume, turn it way up, way up.
Hell yeah, boys.
Put your hands, put your city, put your fans, put your state up.
Look, Grump goes, El Cap took that blue pill tonight? Yeah, that blue dolphin, baby. Only the real ones know about them blue dolphins, you heard? Only the real ones know about them blue dolphins, you heard?
Grumpy is asking if you took the blue pill because he wants to know who your dealer is. He needs some.
Yeah.
I'm messing with you, Grumpy. I love you, bro. I love you.
Only the real ones know, Shake.
What is... Oh, Shake Money. I love the shirt.
I know. Vibing.
It was good.
I'm vibing.
I appreciate that. What's going on, y'all?
I gotta pause this song. Hold on. I got something special just for him wearing that shirt.
Oh, word. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, give me a second. I'll find it.
Yeah, Grumpy. About them blue dolphins. What's good? You heard? That's the real shit.
We need like a dolphin. We need the dolphin sound.
No,
you know what? Maybe no on the dolphin sound.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe no. Maybe not.
Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. I gotta find it, man. Where is it?
I don't know, but I'm fucking dying of thirst here. I thought the fucking shots would be coming in by now. Fuck.
Yeah, man. Jeez.
Hey,
dying of fucking thirst.
Everyone got paid.
Hey, Shake, my afro is bigger than yours, bro.
I want to play this video. You guys, if you guys donate, we will play the video. Donate, and it will be played.
Oh man, the one HB loaded up. I know anticipation's killing me. It's killing me right now. I think it's the. This is like the song that he made? Because he told me he had made like a song.
For Shake Money.
There you go, Shake.
Yeah.
Every time I see Shake Money with this cigar or that type of shirt, I need to start playing that song, man. Oh, I love it.
Honestly, we might want to get that audio file to HB because I could see a cool fucking. Honestly, I need you to email me those audio files, or hold on, I don't know.
Actually, if you can share a Google Drive with me, I can just drop them in Google Drive.
Yeah, because I'm gonna use those sounds to start making
and just
some.
Remember, you have to use them here on this channel only because our license is for this channel. Just
Grumpy is a fucking real one. He bought a few rounds for the boys. Salute, Grumpy. That's a couple of shots worth right there, boys. Getting us kicked off.
Special. I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna go fireball. Fireball.
Gross.
Yeah, we'll go nasty right now.
Dude, give me fucking Wild Turkey fucking 101. Give me a
I'm having a gross night. Leave me alone. Don't kill my vibe.
Bitch, don't kill my vibe. All right. Well, Grumpy essentially paid for access for everyone in chat. And because of Grumpy's $20 donation, we're going to hear the tribute that HB put together, boys. I am stoked. Let's check it out.
No, it was El Capitan. Slapdicks.
They go in the building. Been around for a while. Got the mic and the name and the journalist style. Claims he run the block like he owned the foul. But the fans in the streets ain't feeling that smile. Talks like the king with the gate and the lock. Saying they ain't real fans, bro. Take a walk. It's down in the tailgate where the grill gets hot. We bleed aqua and orange, like it or not. This is the finish fight. Welcome to the show. When the old school hates to see the new blood grow. You can keep the mic, but the crowd don't know. Ain't no stopping the Finns tailgate. Big O. You jealous of the vibe? We got the flow. Your numbers ain't the same and your pride just shows. Try to block the lane, but the Finns still go. Through the shade, through the hate, that's how tailgates roll. Clickbait wars got the YouTube heat. Big O throw shade like he's scared of defeat. Crying on stream like they ain't elite. While we toasting in the lot, turning losses to beats. We got fans in the panels, got laughs in the crew. You solo in the bunker throwing darts at who? Every new voice you call them fake news, but community's grown and they ain't picking you. You built a castle, yeah, you made your bed, but you never fed the people, just your ego instead. Now you're watching from the tower while the crowd gets fed by the grill, by the vibe, by the voices you dread. Just say we clowns, cool, we bring in the show, but when the team's down bad, we still never fold. We debate, we dream, we keep the faith whole. You rant and repeat like a broken scroll. It ain't about fame, it's about connection. You lost that spark, now you fear rejection. While we light it up with every live session, you stuck in the past, afraid of progression. This is the Finns fight, welcome to the show. When the tailgate rises and the old dog slow. You can bark from the porch, but the people know we the heartbeat now, just letting you know. You jealous of the love, it's starting to show. Trying to hold us back, but we still gon' flow. So sip your big OT, we'll steal the whole show. Cause the future of the Finns ain't behind no O. So here's your invite, big O, tailgate's open. Bring your pride, bring your mic, just don't bring that gate, it don't fit here no more.
El Capitan. Slapdicks.
Yo, that was dope, dude. Listen. I want to say this, ladies and gentlemen. You are the Finns tailgate. If the Finns tailgate is around everywhere, look at everybody. Look across to your left, to your right. Everybody's the Finns tailgate because that's what this is for. It's for everybody. It's for us.
Salute.
This is what I have to say. Salute to that, but this is what I have to say.
Shout out the context.
I agree. Big O, I'm about to drop the link. Please bring your mic. Please come up. Let's elaborate on what your thoughts of the TFTG is. Yes, we are showing up. The TFTG Nation, not just the crew. The TFTG Nation is right here. Come speak to us from your tower of gatekeeping. Let's actually sit here and have a conversation. The invitation's always open. All right.
Yo, I just want to say shout out to HB, aka Zippa, aka the homie. That shit was legendary, bro. That shit
Fire,
was
bro.
legendary. Aquavision. I don't know if you caught it, but I know you've been paying attention to the Big O drama. But we just dropped the sickest fucking diss track ever. Like, here's the thing, dude. Look, this is not the fucking mess somebody wants to find themselves at their front door. We're like, we're the one who knocks, Ali. Right? We're the one who knocks. We're the one that darkens the door, and it's fuck, man. Holla, 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 holla. Shout out to Bulldog.
Hold on. This is my boy. This is my best friend.
I was gonna say, is that the Bulldog?
That is the Bulldog. What is
the
up,
Bulldog?
sir?
Wow.
Thank
What's
you so
up,
much
Bulldog?
for the donation. I appreciate it. I will definitely be taking a shot of Jose for you, sir. If people don't know, he's a real one. He's my best friend. Even helped me out. Came out of his way to come help me out today working on my car. I appreciate
That's your homie.
That's my home.
I know who it is.
Yeah, so
we'll keep his name off the internet
the whole way home, but he'll get you home safe.
Yeah, he will.
He will definitely get you home safe. Definitely.
What's up, Aqua? I ain't seen
Hit
Aqua.
the like button, everybody. I know Aqua out here on the streets. What you got there, Shake?
818 tequila.
Oof.
Oh shit! Me and Shake are drinking tequila tonight.
Honestly, wish I had a little tequila. I might get tequila next time, boys. But Ali, as a good friend, at some point, now this ain't every time, but it's sometimes. At some point on tequila, I need you to go ahead and just take me off stream.
Okay.
I'll trust you as a friend. I might motherfuck you at the time, but I'll trust you in the long run. I'll be like, hey, man, sorry for motherfucking you because I know I needed to come. Because I don't know. Sometimes tequila Capitan can either dance or fight. We don't know.
That's all right, sir. I trust you might motherfuck me, but I'll bitch fuck you.
Whoa. Easy, buddy. We're
Yeah,
friends. We're friends, not lovers. Jesus Christ.
You don't want to motherfuck me then.
Nah, I'm just saying I might motherfuck you for
what does actually mean? Like, since you're saying I'll motherfuck you. What
Yeah,
the
that's
fuck,
what I want.
What the fuck does that actually mean? I ain't never been
You ain't
like,
never heard. You ain't never heard that.
Motherfuck you, motherfucker.
No, that's like you motherfucker. I motherfuck you. Like motherfuck you. Blah blah blah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
I
okay.
bitch you out. I'm cussing
like
you out.
comment,
Yeah, I motherfuck you. Yeah, I motherfuck you.
Hold on. I gotta address
Jesus.
this real quick. Can I address this? Listen.
I thought you were trying to like reverse Cowboy Ali.
No,
dude.
Damn, dude. Damn. I ain't like that. I'm sorry. But
Hey, by the way, this one's for Grumpy. Grumpy.
Yeah. I got another. I got another one for Grumpy right here. I'm waiting for this one to settle. Go ahead, Ali.
I want to address the context. He says, "Why Ali looking like Master Roshi?" Well, first of all,
hell yeah,
the compliment being Master.
Yeah.
That's right, Master Roshi. We're gonna Master Roshi Big
Master
Roshi
all up in that ass.
Yeah, we're gonna be whooping ass left and right tonight. Make sure you hit the like button. I appreciate the comment. Tonight I'm DJ P. If you didn't know, this is Club Exhale. We have a good time, and we're here not here for a long time, but we're here for a good time. That's right, number baby. One. So make sure you hit the like button. I appreciate it, everybody. Thank you very much. I'm taking that as a compliment, not a diss.
Just Deion Sanders. Shadur Sanders, Colonel Sanders.
Yo, I think your order's a little messed up. Colonel, the Colonel sits at the top, bro. Guy revolutionized the game out there.
What about Jason Sanders?
Jason's probably second.
Yeah, much better a human being than that other kicker.
What does G mean? What does G mean? Can you interpret G for me, El Cap? I don't understand what he means by that.
Ali looks like dog food. I don't know who dog food is. The only thing that I've heard the term dog food for is a street term for some bad narcotics.
Yeah.
That's the only dog food I know. I don't think that's what he means. Dog plug, dog food. Oh, he looks like the dog food plug. Oh, he does.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't get it. I don't know. I don't understand the reference.
He does.
You sell narcotics.
Hey,
the worst guy. Yeah.
You remember the dude from the movie?
You sell narcotics, bro. That's what that means. And you kind of do. No cap.
Okay, I didn't know who he was. I'm sorry if I'm not in the know. So
the guy who John Travolta visited in Pulp Fiction.
Oh shit! Oh my god, I kind of do look like him, don't I?
No, you don't really look like him. You are him, is what they're saying.
Damn.
Yeah, with the dog. Hey, G, only the real ones, dog. I know, Grump, right? Goddamn, the dog food plug. Shit.
Damn.
Shit,
I didn't.
got that
he,
fucking,
and he ain't even
got
got
that
a pivot, and
mud,
he ain't even
son.
got a dog.
Yo, and look at this hole G's digging here. Look, he starts with Ali looked like the dog food. And
Dog plug.
And he's like dog plug, and he's like, no, I meant dog food plug.
Yeah,
I meant
but
dog.
see,
Now
yeah,
he's,
at first,
now
yeah,
he's,
but at first we couldn't.
now he's laughing all the way. It's like keep digging, G.
Oh damn,
Yo,
damn,
listen to
damn.
this shit. Speaking of emojis, so I was on a post on Instagram and I commented with the little smiley face cry.
Mm-hmm.
And it was on like one of those channels where like pedophiles are getting slapped. And so
What?
people thought,
Oh,
this video.
pedophiles getting slapped. I got you. Yeah, all right, okay.
And so people thought I was crying for the pedophile. So they started messaging me and dude, they started threatening me and sending me messages and like, how dare you defend that pedophile, you piece of shit going up. I'm like, you stupid motherfucker, it's a smile cry. You stupid motherfucker.
So in my time here trolling on the internet, the best is videos that you say something in your text and you insult both sides. That's the best response to anything on the internet. Something that some kind of conflict is happening and you say something that insults both sides. It is the funniest reactions. Everybody thinks that they're heard or anyone cares about their opinions.
Yeah.
And I love that. Shout out to Grumpy. Another one for you, buddy.
You know the comedian Bill Burr?
Mm-hmm.
I remember he goes, man, that fucking Donald Trump is gonna make me vote for a woman. He goes, he got both
See,
sides.
that's perfect. That's perfect. That's a perfect answer. That is a perfect answer.
What's
Yes,
up,
I love
Liz?
that.
How you doing? How you doing, Liz? Welcome to the show. I appreciate you.
Hit the like button, everybody.
Definitely. We got 81 people watching on all fronts. Make sure you hit the like button. This is the Fins Tailgate. Before we drop the link, I do want to talk about the agenda of the show. So we got 3 days and the rookies report to camp. Camp starts in like a week. You know what I mean?
Finally. This has been the longest off season we've ever had, dude.
It feels
this
that
has
way.
been the longest off season ever.
I know.
It does feel that way.
It's not even
actually not really. Not
even color disappeared. It's been so long.
I know it's not even. It's not even a slow
What's up,
day
Mama?
yet.
How you doing?
The slow period doesn't even start till like July 27th, dude.
Yeah, it is. It is crazy the fact that it just feels like it's taking forever. So I want to go around the room. I'm going to start with Mr. Paul, and we'll go around the lower half of the panel, and then we'll come back all the way through Shake and then El Cap.
Me and Mr. Paul Tonk, we're all the lower part of the panel.
Well, you're not on camera, so you're lower now all of a sudden.
Yeah, because you guys are not on camera. There's no diss on it. You guys are equal on the camera, on the panel. I mean, but you're.
Hey, watch the. Never mind.
All right, Mr. Paul Tonk. Unite, man.
All right, well, no. Here. I'll make it even better. You know, we'll do something like this. Now it's
great. Now nobody's up here. Fuck.
Plebeian strong, baby.
We can do this. Here. We'll
great.
start.
Hey, I got a wolf head now.
All right. Oh shit, El Cap.
I got a wolf head now.
Dude, you look much more handsome, to be honest.
That's Cap. You know damn well that's a fucking lie.
No, I'm sorry. If you walked around and you had a wolf head like that, dude, I would be like, dude, I didn't want to fuck with that motherfucker.
I got a wolf head like that in my pants.
That's what she said.
That's you goddamn right. That's what she said. That's what they keep telling me, baby.
Oh man, make sure you hit the like button. I love this show. This is gonna get fun. All right, so listen, camp starts in 3 days for the rookies report. The first question is, what do you guys expect out of the rookies? What are you looking for? What are you most excited for? We'll start off with Mr. Paul. Go ahead.
Oh, well, with the rookies, my biggest interest as far as the rookies go are guys on like Kenny Grant, Jason back then as CB. Also interested in Ollie Gutton, but I think that with the addition that we made to the defense with some of these young guys, our defense is going to step up. Even though we may be weak in the cornerback room, I think our defense is going to step up a little bit.
Mhm.
Offensive wise, I don't know. I don't know. I'm
Mm.
not. I don't know about the offense.
Okay. Okay. What about you, Tonk? What are you excited for? What do you think? What are you expecting? Like, what are you looking for?
Yeah, Tonk, what the fuck you looking for? Coming camp. Boo, you suck, Tonk.
We'll skip Tonk. We'll go to Color. Color. What do you expect? What are you looking for? What do you have your eyes on?
Well, I'll start with what I'm excited about, and then I'll end with what I'm concerned about. Well, I should say what I'll be looking for, what I'm interested in, what I'm excited about. There's only one thing I'm excited about. Who the hell is Ollie Gordon? That's what I want to know. I am waiting with bated breath to see what this kid can do. What I'm concerned about or trying to evaluate. Obviously, can our quarterback ever enter the league? And I know that's kind of just goes without saying, but also, I mean, I want to see if I just want to see if if old JP can get himself back into hurricane form and put the injuries
You're
past
talking
him.
about veterans. We were talking about rookies, though. Rookies.
Oh yeah, that's right, rookies. Well, there ain't really much. I mean, everybody else seems to be pretty ready to go, solid, and not really much to their position. I mean, our nose tackle is going to do just fine at nose tackling, and I mean, it's just Ollie Gordon, bro. I'm ready for Ollie Gordon, man. Let's see what he's got.
All right. Shake Money. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing. Look, everybody says these cornerbacks. Before we do that, let me take my shot real quick for.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my shot too.
Oh shit! I didn't see Joe Rest. Goofy.
Fucking Joe Rest.
I got
hi-hat.
By the way, Ali, my inclusion of Tua was a rookie comment. By the way.
Holy shit! Is that Kenna that just popped in the bottom of chat? Where you been at, Kenna?
Yeah, it is Kenna. Holy crap!
Been over on Pete's channel.
Fuck, Kenna, you don't hang out with the boys no more?
Come on up here, Kenna.
You ain't coming by the gate.
Hey, I want to see Kenna in Indianapolis.
Oh shit! Yeah, did you drop the link, Ali? I don't think you ever dropped the damn link. Well, okay, you'll probably drop the link in a minute.
We're talking right now. We're talking about.
I got you. Right, dog. You right. My fault.
Joe Rist, we're dropping the link soon. Just don't worry. We will here in a moment.
So anyway, everybody is telling me how we have the worst cornerback room in the NFL. So if that's the case, I expect our wide receivers to look like the greatest show on turf, because there's no way they should not be playing balls out, lights out in training camp, going against these so-called terrible secondary. So that's what I'm interested in seeing how if and I have a question for you guys. I've asked this question: if the wide receivers aren't playing lights out, does that mean the secondary is good, or does that mean that the receivers have taken?
That's tough. That's going to be tough to say.
They're all rookies. Yeah, they're all rookies. It'll be too early to tell.
That would suck if we find ourselves in that conundrum, though.
But either way, I'm looking to see the wide receiver versus cornerbacks, and I expect the wide receivers to ball out, because at the end of the day, this is the worst cornerback room we've ever had. So let's see how that pans out.
So in rookie camp, not every position has a full room, right? So
yeah,
it's going to be hard to
really regular training camp.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
Talking about rookie right now.
I was hoping you were parlaying into that, Shake, because when it comes to the corner room, I think we can be pretty sure if our corners are shutting them down in camp with the likes of Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and a taller guy now, I think we could probably see it as an indicator that our secondary is ahead of schedule, you know. And
Well, I'll say this, Ali.
that probably would
from
be
my-
likely due to Weaver's tutelage.
For my what I'm looking for in this rookie minicamp, everyone's already kind of hinting at. I'm looking with a weak cornerback class that, and weak DBs, open positions to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking to these young guys. Maybe there's a diamond in the rough. Maybe there's something there. Maybe. That's all I'm looking at. I'm looking to see, can somebody flash in rookie minicamp, and then when it translate into, preseason and camp and all that stuff, can someone rise above? Can we find the next Nick Needham, the next Cater Kohu? Can we find that person? Can we find another guy to be able to take meaningful snaps and contribute to this team in a really good way? That's what I'm looking for. We're not talking about the Storm Ducks. We know he's going to be going ahead. And if we're talking about, questions as far as camp goes and who I'm going to be really looking at, I would say, what's his name? Cam Smith is who I'm going to be watching more than anyone. I have the biggest microscope on a guy like Cam Smith. If we're going to talk about all of camp.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
in the meantime, because I have such a microscope ready and set to go for Cam Smith, I'm going to be watching the DB room for safeties, for cornerbacks, and who can shine, who can do anything. And I mean anything. Who's got talent? Can someone field punts? Can someone do kickoffs? Is someone going to be really exceptional and be able to be used in special teams at the minimum? That's what I'm looking for.
And as far as Cam Smith, this is the year that he has the last
Either
year
shows up or shuts up, buddy.
Well, I was going to
There
say,
you go.
this is the year he has to prove that he's not the Preston Williams of DBs.
Go ahead, Ali, and then let's change this up.
So check this out. So there's a couple of things I'm excited for. Number one, I'm super excited to see what our defensive line, at least the starters, as well as how quickly they understand the concept and are able to execute as quickly as possible, right? We heavily invested in the defensive tackle room. I want to see them dominate quickly. I don't have to wait for development and say, it's for next year. I don't want to see that. I want it from day one. Let's be the defense that I know that we can be when it comes to the defensive line in the trenches. I'm also super excited, and I'm again, you guys took my thunder. Ollie Gordon all day. I think his pass catching ability is underrated. I think that he's definitely going to be a big type of back that we needed in this room, and he's going to help establish that run quick and early. That's what I think. Achan's still going to be the guy, but he's going to be the guy that, on the back end that you can always rely on, no problem. And I definitely want to see Jalen Wright. And I know we're talking about rookies, but he's 1 year out. A lot of people said he didn't know what hole to run. I don't believe that. I think that he did better than what people give him credit for. I want to see him establish himself quickly, be put into this offense, and I want the run to start moving quickly. That's what I'm looking for mostly, right, out of the rookies, and what I want to see right from the get-go. We're gonna go ahead and take our shots. While we're taking that shot, El Cap.
Before you go, I just want to cap that off with one little point about Jalen Wright and this idea he don't hit the right hole or whatever. What hole? What hole? Is that the same
Good
hole
point,
created the same
Carlos.
offensive line that can't keep Tua clean?
That's a good point. Extremely good point.
The question out there.
Shake, how do you say silver in Spanish?
I see what?
How do you say silver in Spanish?
Plata.
What was that? Say it one more time.
Plata.
Plata? Well,
Plata.
I'm drinking the non it's regular SBSCL Jose Cuervo. I'm going to take a shot of this. Someone gave it to me, so I'm going to finish it off. That's what I'm drinking. And while we're drinking, let's go ahead and listen to that. Watch that video one more time.
No, it was El Capitan.
slapdicks.
They go in the building. Been around for a while. Got the mic and the name and the journalist style. Claims he run the block like he owned the foul. But the fans in the streets ain't feeling that smile. Talks like a king with the gate and a lock. Saying they ain't real fans, bro, take a walk. It's down in the tailgate where the grill gets hot. We bleed aqua and orange, like it or not. This is the finish fight. Welcome to the show. When the old school hates to see the new blood grow. You can keep the mic, but the crowd don't know. Ain't no stopping the Finns tailgate. Big O. You jealous of the vibe? We got the flow. Your numbers ain't the same and your pride just shows. Try to block the lane, but the Finns still go. Through the shade, through the hate, that's how tailgates roll. Clickbait wars got the YouTube heat. Big O throw shade like he's scared of defeat. Crying on stream like the ain't elite. While we toasting in the lot, turning losses to beats. We got fans in the panels, got laughs in the crew. You're solo in the bunker throwing darts at who? Every new voice you call them fake news. But community's grown and they ain't picking you. You built a castle, yeah, you made your bed. But you never fed the people, just your ego instead. Now you're watching from the tower while the crowd gets fed. By the grill, by the vibe, by the voices you dread. Just say we clowns, cool, we bring in the show. But when the team's down bad, we still never fold. We debate, we dream, we keep the faith whole. You rant and repeat like a broken scroll. It ain't about fame, it's about connection. You lost that spark, now you fear rejection. While we light it up with every live session. You stuck in the past, afraid of progression. This is the Finns fight, welcome to the show. When the tailgate rises and the old dog slow. You can bark from the porch, but the people know. We the heartbeat now, just letting you know. You jealous of the love, it's starting to show. Trying to hold us back, but we still gon' flow. So sip your big OT, we'll steal the whole show. Cause the future of the Finns ain't behind no O. So here's your invite, big O, tailgate's open. Bring your pride, bring your mic, just don't bring that gate. It don't fit here no more.
Who the hell wrote that, bro?
El Capitan. Slapdicks.
Hell yeah.
Bro,
I'm
who
excited.
wrote that, bro?
HB wrote that.
HB wrote it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, HB wrote that shit.
Fire.
Shout out to Grumpy who bought another round. Salutes Grumps. Mm-hmm.
What's going on with this thing, man? Let's see.
Let me put my headphones back on. Yeah, these are all original our shit. The only full-fledged creating entertainment. I mean, I'll say for certain. I'll say for certain in the Dolphins community. I know, right? I'll say for certain in the Dolphins community, and I would say one of the very few in the YouTube community. That's what I'll say.
Hey, you gonna bring up Special K? I know I'm the
this
dog
is your
food-
fucking show, bro. This is your
dog
show.
food club around here. You can bring him up. You know,
This is your show. Special K, go ahead, Special K.
Am I in the show?
Oh shit, he's definitely one of those special. He's definitely special.
I got Ali's doppelganger as my avatar tonight.
All right. Yeah. I don't know. Supposedly I have multiple doppelgangers. They called me Master Roshi tonight. They call me Dog Food Plug. You know who he is if you watch Pulp Fiction.
Dog Food Plug.
I'm not gonna lie, the Burl Ives reference is spot on, dude. That is great.
Oh man, it's been good.
For some reason, I thought for sure he had glasses on, but he doesn't.
He does. He's wearing glasses.
Yeah, he's wearing
not sunglasses.
Oh, okay. But
Silver and gold.
Thanks,
Silver and gold.
What's up?
You should change your name to Wolfman since the way I have you have this wolf face.
That's right.
You need to drop the link. Go ahead and drop the link. Let's bring people
All right.
Let's bring people
Dropping
up.
the link. Dropping the link.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Michael K's got the super box connection for sure, Chris.
Yeah, I know.
By the
Super
way,
slow
you guys-
box connection.
If you guys don't have a super box, you're missing out because shit, my super box is the shit.
Yeah, if you guys are trying to get a super box, just reach out to any of us and we could pretty much help you out.
Yeah, definitely. And from what I understand, there's also a tech support service that Michael K provides as well for a small.
Not to everybody, goddamn. Who's that? The only real survive sliding in here at the bottom. What's going on?
It's Kena. What's up?
What's up,
What up,
Kenna?
kiddo? What up, dog?
What up?
What's up, man? How you
Oh
doing?
shit, sliding through, having a
I
couple drinks with the boys or what?
Shit, I already done had a couple shots. You know, I'm on my like
okay.
He-
fourth blunt.
That's what.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, fuck yeah. Hey, what's up with Tua, Kina?
He need to become a grown ass man. That's what's up with him.
Yeah, that ain't no goddamn lie. Grow the fuck up. Remember all that shit he be talking on fucking last off season, talking about little boy, little brother, big brother, and now his ass be. Hey, that shit went quiet real quick.
Yeah. You know, I mean, you know, it's just the truth about him. That's all. You know, the lovers love to hear us hate, and the haters love to hear the lovers love on them. That's how I see it.
That's actually a really good observation. They love the hate. The lovers love to fight against the haters, and the lovers love to love on the lovers. Mm.
Hey, now that I'm looking at it, the picture I had of Donk, he had a bow tie on too, so that could be Donk's doppelganger.
Oh, you talking about your avatar?
Yeah,
No, that's the guy. That's the guy from
the
the
Shrine.
Shriners for Hospital for Kids.
Yeah, my buddy wants to punch him in the mouth.
So what's up,
Wants to
Kenna?
punch who in the mouth?
Alex,
Sidebar, man. What you think about getting started with Carson Beck this year, man?
Who Tua and Carson Beck? Is that what
No,
you're
no,
talking about?
don't we didn't we pull in Carson Beck from the
He's
transfer
talking
window,
about
transfer
hurricanes.
portal?
He's talking about hurricanes.
Oh, the
Oh,
Hurricanes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I
we
mean,
got that kid from Georgia, bro.
I actually fuck with Miami Hurricanes college too. I mean that might be a sweet move. Might be a sweet move.
He looks like he's ready to, I don't know.
hey,
He looks the part, bro.
I,
I got two things to worry about on that move. Because there's two things about it. Number one, he has playoff experience, right? But number two, this boy's played a lot of football in college football. I
Mhm.
mean, if I'm just going on law of averages,
But in
God,
the
I hope he
SEC,
doesn't get no. Yeah, it doesn't matter color. Snaps are snaps, and I'm just worried about injury.
I
That's
got
all.
something to say. I
Mm,
got something to say. I got something to say. First
mm.
of all, I
You heard?
disagree. I disagree that he has playoff experience like that matters anymore because the
What
reality is
the fuck? What you
no, hear me
mean?
out. Hear me out. You're talking to the guy that has a college football show. So I know what I'm talking about.
All right, my fault.
The reason
Goddamn.
I say that doesn't matter right now is because the fact is the playoff has changed. It's 2 extra games now, unless you're the number 1 overall team, right? So you can't say that they have playoff experience because he hasn't experienced that yet. Number two, and this is the big thing. This is the big thing. I don't think that they have the offense that Georgia had. That's my opinion. Not yet, at least. I think they're too young, and they don't have the defense, obviously. So no offense, I don't expect them to come out and have like what they had last year. I think this
Ali,
is
Ali, are you ready?
no,
Hold on, color.
that's fair considering what we gave up to the NFL last year.
that's
You know
what
what
I'm
I mean?
talking
That's
about.
fair.
That's what I'm
Right.
talking
So
about.
have they had their scrimmage game? They ones
No,
versus ones. They have
no,
had their
no,
scrimmage.
They
no,
have
no, not yet, not yet, not yet.
Oh, because what I would be looking for in him is the way he command the offense.
Mhm.
You
Right.
know,
So real
if he
quick, if
go
I'm gonna
ahead.
go on my conspiracy ass, motherfucking ass, right? Because that's how I ride. I look at everything. Because I don't know, maybe it's because I grew up in South Florida. Maybe it's because my granddad was fucking Sicilian. But if you ain't looking for the angles, you gonna get played, right? And to me, college football, the business, this transfer portal thing is a business. And when you got marquee talent transferring at the quarterback position, now you could say whatever you want as
Mhm.
far as the quarterback, but they might want that to kind of work out. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to try to hold off these name talents for name, image, and likeness, the shit they paying them
Mhm.
for a little longer than letting them go to the NFL.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So if
But
there was ever a time in which a quarterback going to flip and go to another school and they were going to be successful, I'm just saying. I'm
here's
just
the kicker.
He's going on the change of scenery NFL angle,
Oh,
Ali.
hold on. There's a kicker to this, though. There's been some rule changes if you haven't heard, right? So there's been some changes in the NIL world where now with a certain lawsuit that happened, they can't just pay players whatever they want to pay, right? There's an amount now. It's like $20 million that they have to split up between all athletes in colleges now, and that's the money they can pay them directly. However,
That's the money on the books, Ali.
hold on. Let me finish because I've done the research, bro. I'm telling you, it's not as easy as it used to be, right? It's really changed. What happens now is they actually have to prove, like when they negotiate a contract, they have to prove that the money is being paid for name, image, and likeness, right? And it goes to a clearinghouse who confirms that now. And if you haven't heard, there's been a lot of contracts negated now over the past week or two over this. It's starting to become a big issue now.
How do
I
you
get it.
prevent under the table though?
Yeah, it's Joe. I love you,
That's
Ali.
good.
But these motherfuckers have been gaming the system before this shit. You didn't think they just made a new system they can't game? Get the
I'm
fuck
telling
outta
you,
here, bro.
I'm telling you, bro. It's
Bro,
starting to become an
college
issue.
football. Let me hold on, Ali. College football
Mhm.
did not just sign off on paying their players if they didn't have every motherfucking angle already figured out, bro. That's it.
I'll tell you
That's
why.
it.
This is proof that it's an issue, and I'll tell you why. Because you have teams like Florida, teams like when we'll talk about some of the smaller teams like Houston, or even maybe SMU.
Just
and-
use Boise as a chance because
Let me
Boise's not a
finish.
big school like them.
Let me finish, please. Let me finish. And you have teams like that are getting big name 4-5 star players, right? Because they don't have anybody going there. They can pay anything they want because they have all this money. Where big teams like the same teams that are like Georgia, Texas, the Ohio States of the world, Alabama's of the world, who are trying to get the same player, they won't go to those teams because the
Real
other
quick,
teams,
Ali.
because they have less people going there.
You know what this sounds like? Remember when like a superstar 5-star athlete would choose a Houston or a Boise rather than going to Alabama? And everyone's like, God damn, you didn't want to go to Alabama. You decided to go to Boise.
Mm-hmm.
This was before NILs. Had nothing to do. I'm just saying, bro.
Cap,
It looks like just more of the same.
Cap, let me add on to that real quick. Ali, this is a good analogy right here. It's like when medical marijuana became legal in Florida, right? Now you might say, well, okay, so there's a licensing system and all that, but people are still selling it on the street to the people that don't go buy the license, right? Now the people that are doing it illegally, they're not even paranoid anymore because they know that because it's so that the toothpaste is out of the tube, that the cops ain't going after the people selling on the street.
Hold on, I got a better analogy.
So now that NILs are legal, all of those backdoor deals, nobody's even looking at the fact that they're all getting Lamborghinis and freaking brand new houses.
That's right.
Like where I'm telling you, you're wrong, because they just hit the hammer to Wisconsin for the same thing, right?
Sure, they got to do that for optics.
Yeah, because
Ali.
Wisconsin don't know how to keep it secret.
For optics.
Telling
It's for
you
optics.
that they're gonna start hitting people.
Wisconsin drew the short straw.
The NCAA has an actual lawyer firm and everything that's controlling this shit.
They do.
Wisconsin
They're
is
gonna go after people left and right.
Okay,
and
Ali.
Hold on. Let me finish, Color, because I'm telling you, I've done the research. You're talking to the guy that has.
Well, I got your point. I got your point.
And looks up this shit all the time. So
I got your point, but what I'm saying is Wisconsin may just be the one example that they show so it looks like they're enforcing it.
It's not just Wisconsin. They went after somebody else recently too.
I got you. But there's
Maybe-
millions of
Wisconsin,
people. There are
Marshall.
millions of people still buying marijuana on the
I'm
street, dude.
telling you right now, hammers are coming. If you don't believe me, that's fine.
I
That's
got you,
fine.
but I'm just saying there's millions of people still buying their marijuana on the black market.
I
dude.
hear you.
That's me.
I hear you. I can just tell you that things are changing. Now, if we agree with that, that's fine. Now, I didn't say that there weren't going to be teams that are breaking the rules, but how long is that going to last for? That's the question.
I will say this. The dispensaries, they are giving you a bigger bang for your buck. So,
Oh, absolutely.
So
And I'm not saying the people buying off the street are being smart. I'm just saying it's still going on because they don't realize how easy it is to get a license and all that. You know what I mean?
Remember when it first was going down though, and the dispensaries had that thing, and there was all that backlog shit that they couldn't get. You can get it on the low, and it was good as fuck.
Yeah.
You still get that good shit on the low. It is coming a little too few and far between, but here's the way I look at it, Color, with the NIL deals. It's like prohibition. All these fucking breweries, all these motherfuckers are making illegal booze.
Yeah, they just went
The
underground.
prohibition ends, and they're already ready and set up to go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you why
those
that is,
ones are
Cap,
jumping out in front.
because they never shut the places down.
They never shut them down. They already greased the wheels of everybody. They got the judge, they got the congressman, they got the fucking the goddamn governor.
Right,
and those are the protection rackets.
That's where
we know what time
got
it
the
is.
word. That's where we got the word speakeasy from.
Yeah, finish
These were
bars, backhand, dog.
Listen. These were bars these were bars that were hidden underground, and
Everybody
they
knows
were
what a
called
speakeasy is, Color.
speakeasies because and in the revolutionary times they did it when the bars that they used to go talk about about revolting against Britain. These were places
that was the original speakeasy.
Right.
Okay.
They were places where you could go where you didn't have to worry about the British spies hearing you, so you could speak easy.
Yeah, because you knew everybody.
Let me speak easy to you for a moment.
Oh, word. Fuck yeah. Go, Ali. I like that.
Let me speak easy to you. All right. I understand that you believe that there are going to be teams out there that know how to bend the rules or try to do stuff under the rug. I get that. I don't dispute that at all. I think it is going to happen. But I will tell you, the NCAA is their time is limited right now. And what I mean by that is I do think that eventually we're going to have a new outfit that is going to oversee college football. That's what I think is going to happen.
Yeah, they need to put a cap on that shit.
Well, but
put a cap
now,
on that shit.
Hold on, let me finish, please. I want to land my point real quick. The reason I think now is going to be different because you don't just have the NCAA involved, right? You have Congress involved. You have law firms involved.
That's how you know we're fucked. But go ahead.
And that's what I'm trying to say. That I think they're going to get their hands in it, and it's not going to be the way you think. Think about this. Nick Saban has already got the ear of the president, bro.
Ali, how many congressional fucking hearings has sat over with full things about NCAA college football? Not NCAA sports, but just college football. They've had probably 20 in the last 50 years where they've had deliberations to say shit.
I get to, but this is the biggest one that they've ever. The Supreme Court of Justice.
Yes, because the government is now involved, just like in the NFL. God damn it!
That's all I'm saying is that they're going to get their hands in it, and nobody's. And I know you think these speakeasies are going to happen. They probably are, but what's going to happen is when they get caught. The government's going to be a lot harder than what we
right. But what I'm saying, Ali, is they already exist. What Cap was trying to say was they've been doing it for decades, even with the rules
I'm not
being
arguing.
against it.
No. Let me help you, boys. Let me help you guys. They will have sacrificial lambs for the speakeasies. They're going to sacrifice. Hold on, like Wisconsin, aka Jack Daniels, right? aka Jack Daniels, Wisconsin, to help build up Marshall, aka Coors Beer. You heard? Did you know that after Prohibition, you couldn't buy Coors Beer in most places in the southeast of America?
You couldn't get it west of the
Coors.
Mississippi. You couldn't get
You
it east
couldn't
of the
get it past
Mississippi.
the fucking Mississippi. Why? Prohibition was done. It's the exact same template in all phases, baby. I know the playbook. I just know the game, and I just like to enjoy it. Right now, if you're a fan of Louisiana Tech, stay a fan, because Louisiana Tech gonna be in the playoffs in the next couple of years, because that's what college football wants.
Tech is going to be in the playoffs. You can take that to the bank. Texas Tech will eventually make the playoffs.
Exactly. They want to bring down the bigger schools lower and rise up the smaller schools higher to have a more competition, because you know what that's going to make them? More money in the end, because more kids will play in more colleges and more people and so on and so forth. It's called capitalism, baby, and I am here for it. Shout out to Grumpy who bought me on my last shot. What's up, Kenna? Sorry, dog.
I was just saying it took them long enough to understand that concept.
Oh, yo. Sorry, I didn't realize I was in the show.
Oh, there's a surprise. Something Donk didn't realize.
No, because I was gonna say if we do have this whole new, system that is gonna uprise and take over college football, Nick Saban's gonna be at the helm.
Yeah,
maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll definitely find out. Make sure you hit the like button. We're going to bring it back to Dolphins. I thank you for the college football talk, but I want to keep it on the Dolphins. We're talking about.
Well, before we get on the Dolphins, can we get some music up in this bitch, Ollie? I mean, goddamn, what are we fucking doing, bro?
Let's do this.
What are we doing? I thought this was late night club.
I like that.
It was a solid discussion, Joe Riz. Don't tell Big O, because he don't want to know.
Nah, he'll just play
Get it
dumb
up.
again.
Capitan. Oh, who's TFTG?
It'd be funny if he reached out to us, if he actually humbled himself.
You know what?
and
I
reached
was
out to us. That'd be
thinking
fucking
though, El
hilarious.
Cap. What if he
Yeah.
knows of you but doesn't know of TFTG? Like, what if
Well,
he's aware of your
And
personality?
that's his motherfucking mistake, ain't it?
He's a liar. He knows exactly who it is.
You know who it is. Let me ask you a question. Hellcat, did you pin the link up top?
Yes.
Please, thank you.
By the way, the reason we know he knows is because Cap for Life makes sure that everybody knows who we are.
That ain't no lie.
The
Shout
way,
out to
he
Cap.
looked over at his
True
gift
that.
and said, El Capitan. Sounds
Oh yeah.
like he's very
No, he definitely Joe. On everything other than him saying he knows, they fucking know him and his producer.
He looked
And
over
I know-
like a librarian that gets pranked by the same guy every day, and he knows
That's
exactly
right,
who that
baby.
is.
That's right, baby.
Him again.
Oh fuck! It's El Capitan again. Watch
If
out.
you were to follow
That's
Cap for
exactly what
Life
it is.
around, you'll find that he goes to every single of the big players, sits in their chat, and talks about all the YouTubers.
He do. He do.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you think about what this guy said and what TFTG said and what reasons that he goes in there and lets them all know about us all.
Which is why when a couple days ago, when on the Finn's tailgate, I said
Proper advertising.
there ain't nobody in the community that I can't physically outdo everything they say their expertise on. Bet. That's it. I'll fucking cross a bitch up on the fucking on a route. I'll defend a route. I'll throw a football. I'll kick one. I'll tackle better. I know it's just kind of a fucking dick move, but it's just the truth because I know the community. Say what it is, dog.
Definitely.
And yes, Stainless, that is in fact the genuine article right there in person. Captain Slapdick.
That's right. That's right. And Captain Slapdick be slapping that dick. You heard?
I didn't know Big O knew Dick very well. That's
Oh
crazy.
fuck! Is that
Yeah,
fucking
Big O
Manny?
look like he know Dick too
It is
well.
Manny.
Who the fuck says
Man.
slap dick anyhow, Keenan?
We got what happened to
Who the
Pete?
fuck
We got
says
all
that
the Pete
shit?
residuals coming over tonight. What happened to
Shut
That-
your
Pete?
drunk ass up.
Right?
That was a phrase
Shut your
back.
drunk ass up.
What you
Slap
said,
dick
color?
was a phrase back in the 80s.
And we got all the Pete residuals coming over tonight. We got Keno, we got Manny.
We got
What's
Manny,
going
we got
on, man?
everybody. Listen,
Where's
listen.
Real Talk
Hey,
Perez and
hold up,
Truthman and all them guys?
hold
I
up,
Yeah,
wanna-
where you talk at?
Hold up real quick. Hold up real quick.
What's up?
Let's
I
say
wanna
this
talk-
real quick. Let's
Okay,
say this
go ahead.
real
Go ahead.
quick.
Go ahead.
I fucked with y'all from the beginning. It's just y'all never pinged the link like Pete pinned the link. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I guess being that Pete pinned the link the way that he does is it allows for certain personalities to shine through and
Right,
allow
right.
y'all to really see y'all community that y'all really got behind y'all. You feel me?
I
You
think
saying
well,
Pete is out pinning us.
well, look,
I would say that, yeah.
yeah,
We
I
got
try
some
to be
crazy
better.
people on Pete's stream.
Yeah, I try to be
Yes,
better about
that's
penning the
me.
link. And
Not
but
every
I
show
know
is a
this.
link show, though.
I'm well aware of the motherfucking community that represents us out here. As you know, most of us live in this community, and we know who we are. It only take like a hey, it's just a quick, a little bit of eye contact. Like, yeah, you see this motherfucker? Yeah, I seen him. You know what I'm saying? You always know the one that ain't y'all. That's what it is. That's how you know who's who, because you know the one that ain't y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we
yeah,
just,
look
we
at this
just became a
motherfucker.
little more scheduled with our panels. That's all. We still do
That's
them. We
it.
just have particular times we do
Yeah,
it now.
particular shows, exactly. Hey, listen, I want to get back to the Dolphins talk. I thank you for the college football stuff, and I really appreciate that. If you haven't checked out my show, 4th and 10U, go to @4th and 10U.
Yeah.
Turn on notification bell. We got some new stuff. We haven't posted anything in 2 weeks. It's coming soon. I promise you. Just getting over the holidays. That's all it is. All right. So we talked
Real
about the
quick.
rookie.
Ali, I miss Mike on the mic. I miss him.
I know. I miss him too.
I miss him.
What happened to him?
I got some news about Mike and the mic soon. I have to find. I have to get permission to say it. I can't say it right now, but stay tuned. I got some news on that.
Oh,
I got
shit. Mike on the mic's transition to Michelle on the mic.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
I thought he had already done that.
Actually,
You
no.
fucked up for that, Cap.
That's a dirty motherfucker, boy. Mike on the mic finna be Michelle on the mic. Goddamn.
Okay.
Oh shit.
That was
Obama.
Oh
rude.
shit. Dude transitioning
Huh?
for real.
Well, that was
Damn.
really rude. That was really rude.
Yeah.
I just can't say that's not what it is. Just so you know.
Okay. Thanks, Sally.
Something
Oh, shit.
honorable. He's doing something honorable. I just don't want to say anything until it happens. That's all.
Oh.
I know Mike very well. Even though Mike and I have had our distances in our friendship, there was a time me and Mike spoke on nothing about football and a lot about a lot of things. And I think I know what it is, and I hope you're right.
Oh, I know I'm right.
I hope not right. I hope he takes it because I think I know what it is. But I love Mike. I miss Mike, and I can't wait to see my homie.
I was about to say, man, don't do that, Cap, man. You making everybody think and next time we see that dude, he gonna be a woman.
Hey, listen, anybody can catch it, dog. You should hear it. Like my mom and dad are in town and they're staying at the house right now. So I went on a walk with my wife and the dog and my mom. And I swear to God, the whole fucking time, all they did was rip into me, telling me how I can't walk the fucking dog right. All these, I'm like, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how my family show love. If you ain't tearing you down, I don't know. That's the only way I understand that type of affection. You know what I'm saying? So
okay,
I always doing it in love because you know why? It brings out laughter, and laughter means happiness, and happiness means good, and good is love, dog. That's
It is.
I agree, but I'm gonna take this moment. Hold up. No, leave him in the back for a second. So I got to get something off real quick. I gotta sit. I can't sit here and not stand up for my homie. All right, Mike on the mic went down a path that I don't think any father should have to go through or husband should have to go through. Right. And what he went through and what he had to come back from, I admire the man for that. I really admire the man. He's always been there for me. I've had a lot of shit happen in my life recently, and stuff that messed with my mental health that I didn't know what to do, and he was there for me, right? So I'm always gonna back him up, but I can tell you what I want to say, but I can't right now. It's something major, honorable that not a lot of people get to do, and I'm happy for him, and I cannot wait. And that's
He's
all.
going to meet the president.
Nah,
Oh,
listen.
no. Something honorable.
I can tell from Ali's tone. This is a beautiful tale. I will say this, Ali. I mean, I'm a guy who's lived a lot of lives up to this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be waiting on bated breath to hear the life of Mike and whatever change is coming to him. Because as myself, I've always been me. I've always been the same person, but I've never been the same person. You know what I'm saying? And maybe one day, maybe when this channel's got 100,000+ and the views, in which when I don't have to repeat the story a bunch, I'll tell the full tale of El Capitan. But I'm sure in some ways, more than one, more people can commiserate with everyone on everything. We all go through the shared life experience at one point or another. Some of us more than others in some of the bad stuff, some of us more than others in the good stuff, but ultimately we are all of the same ilk. And it's what brings us together. It's not just an American thing, but it's a human experience thing. And God bless y'all, and God bless America, God damn it.
Definitely. Let's go back to the Dolphins, God damn it. Enough with the Dr. Phil shit. Let's keep going.
Well, let's get started with Kevin Lee, using his member chat for 15 minutes.
I love it, Kevin Lee. I'm taking a shot for the member chat.
What's up, Cap Ali and Color and Panel? Looks like we're getting warmed up for the season coming soon, only in 4 weeks, guys. Preseason game 1 on August 10th. Let's go. Still waiting for Miami to get a damn corner and a third option wide receiver tight end.
We have a third option.
We do have a third option.
Yeah, we do. We got Kakeem Hines, Knicks, fucking tall, scrawny boy.
Westbrook Akine, look him up, bro.
Whatever, same shit. Same shit.
Let's start there, Dean.
Let's actually talk about what I wanted to talk about real quick. So before we get into the wide receiver stuff, and everyone take a shot for Grumpy. I'm going to take another shot of this. This is another Jose Cuervo.
Yep. Member chats serve as super chats. So yeah, thank you, Grumpy. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Real quick, Lou says the 30 for 30 on the toot. I wish there was the 30 for 30 on the toot. It's darker than that. Goddamn, darker than that.
Damn, I don't
It's darker than that. But hey, your boy had a good time. You heard?
Let's talk about the Dolphins real quick, right?
Fuck, I was having a good time.
Well, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. All right, so let's actually keep it going. So the Miami Dolphins rebuilt their defensive line, specifically the defensive tackle room, completely. Bringing in guys like Jordan Phillips, brought in what's his name, Biggers, and you got the dude from Michigan we brought in. We brought in all these guys.
Real quick, Ali Biggers is from my hometown.
What it is? What you said?
He from Biggers. He from my hometown.
That's awesome.
Word.
So that's what my question is.
Where the hometown at?
Salisbury, North Carolina.
That's awesome. So let's actually talk about that real quick.
One of them.
The question is this: out of everybody we brought, do you think everybody that we brought makes the roster? Does Biggers make the roster? Does Jordan? Do all these guys make the roster? Is my question is.
Yo, Kenna, I'm gonna be seeing you soon, Kenna.
Oh, for real.
That's like Lake Norman area, right?
Wait.
Where are you finna see him soon at?
He's going to the Charlotte game.
Actually, that
Coach and Dolphins.
actually that kind of like Biggers
Oh, you going to? Go ahead,
over
Bo.
Phillips.
My fault.
No.
You going to the Colts game?
He's going to the Charlotte game. Charlotte
Yeah,
Panthers.
I live in Indy.
Hey, straight up, Shake. I'm going too.
Oh, for
We
real?
gotta
No, the Colts
Indy.
game. The Colts game, not the Charlotte game. The Colts game.
I'm going to that Charlotte game.
I'm talking about the Colts game. That's where he's
the
going.
Colts game. Yeah.
I got friends in North
Oh, you
Carolina.
going?
I might go to that one.
Charlotte game.
You going to the Charlotte game?
Yeah, because
I'm going to the Atlanta game for sure.
I'm gonna be in South Carolina. So I figure
Charlotte's a
hey,
good time.
it's like a 3-4 hour drive from wherever I'll be.
Yeah, it probably, yeah.
What's that, Liz?
Good time.
Liz, are you at a fucking bar right now on the phone with us? God damn.
You wanted to listen. Goddamn Liz.
Getting some of that gas station pizza.
So the question is Biggers going to make the roster being the fact that we picked him up, in the 7th round or 6th round?
If everybody show up the way we hoping everybody show up, he shouldn't make the roster.
Yeah,
make it.
I agree with that. If Biggers is making the roster,
it's a problem.
It's not a good sign. It's not a good thing.
Right.
If he's making the practice squad because he clears waivers, that's cheddar on top. That's cheddar on top because now we got a boy in the building who been here during camp.
Facts.
Yeah.
You talking about Dell?
Who is that over? Oh, okay. So that would be over like Jordan Phillips. You're saying?
Yeah. That'd be over Phillips. That'd be over. I mean, at least
at the nose tackle, we only have Benito Jones and Jordan Phillips. So if they want more than 2, he might be the guy.
Well, I don't know. Where's Kenneth Grant playing?
Yeah, what happened to that guy we just drafted?
Right. Well, he wouldn't do a nose tackle.
So the zero tech.
That's my thing. I don't think he is.
Everyone, listen, I gotta be honest.
So what about Zach? What about Zach?
Maybe we only do need 2 for that reason.
Yeah, but hold up. Kenneth Grant, with his abilities, right? And especially the way that we're going to see this.
Shout out to Grumpy.
If it's 3-4, he's an end.
We're not running a 3-4. We're going to run a 4. Well, we're going to run a 3-4, but it's always going to have a fucking outside linebacker. Right. So it'll essentially be a 4-3 with a skill guy on the line. How we've been doing for fucking 15 years now. Because we've been running 3-4, 4-3, but it's all the fucking same look. If you ask me, it's bullshit.
Well, if they run a nickel, they're only going to have 2 linebackers, 2 edge, and 2 linemen.
They're running nickel all the time, pretty much, right? And then they'll change personnel to have a 3rd or a 4th safety DB to handle the back. But to me, to be honest, the Dolphins are going to be that front 7, that front 6 really is going to be everything that they designed for how they do. Look at the Ravens. Look at what they do. They're going to ask their safeties, and they like that nickel corner to be that ipso facto 3rd safety to roam around, and they're going to try to manipulate them in ways to give different looks at the back end. That's how the Ravens have done it for years. That's what Weaver's going to install now with Minka. He's going to have him play down in the box at nickel, and then he's going to have him play back at solo single high. But the look is going to look the same pre-snap every time. To me.
So essentially, what you're saying is Minka is leaving the situation of being in that situation to the same situation to where they're saying that he's basically kind of lost a step in that situation.
Yes, that's exactly. Well, I think they're going to leave him as the drag man up top. You heard?
So we don't care about making big plays. We just hoping that he just holds it down.
I think Weaver, and this is just, I'm guessing, but I think Weaver thinks in his mind with the linebacking core he's got, with the pass rushers at outside linebacker and the inline linebackers that we now have on the team, he's going to design pressure blitzes on his strong sides of his formations. He's going to go ahead and have his... You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but that's still to me, what I'm saying. What I'm hearing is that's still leaving Minka in position to use his brain a lot, right?
Of course, that's who you're going to want to have to play the
Right,
cleanup
right,
part.
right. And I don't know if it's just clips or whatever, but to me, a lot of times Minka did look kind of confused out there.
I
Or
agree with you. I don't know if Minka can do it. Honestly, I don't think he looked confused. I think he doesn't have the hips anymore.
so he lost the step.
He lost a step would be something. He looks slow to not only react but to turn his hips and take off. By that time, it's over.
Yeah.
I know.
And
I'm
so
kind of worried about it. I'm kind of worried about it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping that there might be some lost zone yardage where they're gonna ask him in essentially if Weaver's smart, he's gonna coach Minka like Mike McDaniel coaches Tua to spot throw. He's gonna have Minka to spot sit.
So what linebackers would we have to where it would kind of let Minka not think about the run?
Well, I got to be honest with what's his name and Jordan Brooks. What's
Dotson.
the dude we had? Dotson. Thank you. If you just seen how we used Dotson immediately when he got him last year, you can see how they're going to play this. They're going to bring 4 and a blitz with 5, but they're going to mix match on who's sitting in middle coverage.
Mhm.
And honestly, this defense demands more of the fucking only 2 linebackers in coverage than any of the defenses else out there that are running.
Because if we're able to pull that off, that will work like a dream come true, yo. Because eliminating something for Minka to think about will help him with if he has really lost a step.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question, El Cap?
Yeah.
With the fact of the safeties that we did bring in, and we drafted a safety too that Crypto swears by. Shout out to Ric Flair, Crypto. He swears by this kid, and he said he has no issues with him starting and whatnot. The guy is supposed to be really smart, knows what he's doing.
Talking about Jason?
Hold on. The fact that we brought in this freshman, is it possible that, and everybody said that Mika was very versatile, that he could play corner too. Since we're moving to a zone scheme, if that's what we're end up doing, is it possible that we make the game easier for him to be that other corner that we need rather than playing safety, right? And then in addition, you bring in another guy. Hold on. Let me just finish. And let's say you bring in a Rasul Douglas for the other side. So you got Rasul Douglas and you got Mika as your corners. How do you feel about that?
You might as well kept Jalen Ramsey, in my opinion.
Yeah, I got to be 100%. If that's what you were really planning on doing, you just fucked yourself.
I understand you're saying you might as well keep Jalen Ramsey, but this cost us $9 million less? I mean, come on.
Here's what I mean by that is just still having a disgruntled player, because Minka don't want to play corner. Am I right or wrong?
No, he doesn't.
I think he wanted to play corner from the get-go. I don't think he wanted to be a safety.
The last 2 years, he don't want to play corner. I promise you that.
Right. So
if anything, Minka wants to play fucking linebacker.
Right. So you get rid of a disgruntled player to get a player in that don't want to play a position.
I don't want him to play linebacker because, if I'm him, I don't want to play linebacker because there's no money in it. Even for his next contract, there's no money in it. So that's why I don't want to be a linebacker if I'm him.
So as you guys know, we have cover 4, and then you have the cover 6, and then you have the 2 high safety or Tampa 2 kind of look and stuff like that. The Ravens and what I think Weaver is trying to run is essentially a 4-2-5 with the 5th man being able to be the flexible position from a guy up on the front line to the middle to the back. And a lot of times they're going to ask Minka to play that guy. And then other personnel changes. They're going to change that positional out. Obviously, Minka's not going to come off the field, but that 11th man is going to be moved from the DB room, which would usually be Minka, which will allow them to have flexibility to move up or back. Because what they don't want to ask Minka to do is be in a positional need to be. They
So
want him to round up. Honestly, I can't believe that Jalen isn't interested in playing that. But I'm guessing Jalen wasn't interested in playing it because they weren't using him at it. So what they'll do is they'll have that 11th man either be the DB room, in which if it is the DB room, you're asking it to be Minka, or you're asking it to be an outside linebacker, in which case that's someone who's going to play center field because he'll be the guy underneath because your two inside linebackers, you're strong and you're inside, or you're strong and you're you're inside, your middle. Your strong and your middle will be the guys who play center field and then spread out, in which case you would ask your will, which would be your either standing inside linebacker, but then depending on who you ask, or it'll be an outside linebacker that you ask to drop back as the center field coverage. And we've seen us kind of do this a little bit where you have your outside linebacker lined up as the fifth man on the line, and he never rushes. He drops back into center field to get into the passing lane, right? And that's what I think we're going to see a lot of. But I think they're going to mix and match on the personnel department from the guys up front to the guys in the middle to the guys in the back end. But if it's in the back end, you're always going to see it be Minka. And that's obviously the right way of going about it because he's the only one that has the skill set versatility to do what you need to do.
So with that being said, L Cap, tell me this: which tight end receiver crew you think is better, the AFC North or the AFC East?
Which tight end receiving group?
Yeah, like the AFC North tight end receivers over there are the AFC East tight ends receivers over here. Like
It's
because
not even close. The AFC North is hands down a million times better.
So initially, Minka is being traded away from an elite play style in receivers and tight ends to come over here to where the receivers and tight ends over here could be what, maybe average, mid.
Yeah, because
The opposite for Ramsey.
after I mean, honestly, the best tight end in all of the AFC East was ours.
So
If
Minka
we're being
probably,
real,
so
but I
Minka
would say
probably
now
could
that
fare way.
the best, but Keno, after having the best tight end in the AFC East leave, I would say he's second, maybe third best tight end in the North. Because I mean, fucking Likely is better than Jonnu. I don't give a fuck what you say. Jonnu might be a better body type, but
So-
Likely is a better fucking down the field pass catcher. It's a
So
fact.
no matter what, if we make it to the playoff time, we're gonna be looking at a problem.
If Weaver is smart, if he's smart, he wouldn't ask Jalen to be lined up beyond 10 yards. He should only have to cover, or not, maybe not 10 yards, but I don't know where we'll call the yardage line. But he should always, and I mean always, be the guy underneath. Jalen Ramsey is better as the guy underneath against the run and against the pass. If you're asking him to be the guy on top, you're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, he don't have top end speed.
He don't have the top end speed, but he has the ball skills and the knowledge.
Yeah,
but he doesn't have the hip fluidity, and he doesn't have the closing speed to make up for any lost time. Even if he's not a step out, he's a read behind.
Right.
And that's just the facts.
So over here in the AFC East, our receiving core that we're going up against are much younger and much more athletic. So
I don't see him. I don't foresee it being a problem, honestly. I really don't. As far as his ability to be the underneath coverage guy, I
Oh,
don't.
Minka, yeah. Well, as far as that, yeah, he will fare well with that, but big plays is what hurts us the most.
Essentially, how Weaver's going to want a lot of these things to look is we have 4 to 5 guys coming rushing the quarterback in a passing situation. We have the 2 inside linebackers that are going to spread out to the flats for outside coverage, and then he's going to ask one of the safeties more often than not to be Minka to cover the middle underneath.
I mean, it'd be amazing we can cut down on their coverage time. That's what's going to help out a lot.
That's what they want to do. They want to cut down on the coverage time. And that's what I think. And I think it's going to be organic pressure along with designed blitz packages.
Now
And
that's the major key right there.
as long as Chubb and Phillips are healthy with Sealer and Kenneth Grant in there, they're going to be able to do those inside step moves. Not even a stunt, but that inside, like I'm going to fake go out and step back in to fill the inside gap to bring the pressure. Because what they want you to do in that design, if you ask Jalen Phillips on the weak side of the formation, right, or not even weak side, say it's just he's there's 4 on the front side and he's going to come inside the gap on the tackle. They want him to create inside pressure to push the quarterback to his non-throwing shoulder to the outside, in which case that's the side of the hash mark you want Minka to be covering on underneath to look for either the tight end or the slot receiver. That's it. It's a chess move. And that's a play in which they need 6 or more yards to cover it on a down. And that's all you ask. It's a create a spot for which you want them to move because you have the answer for it to be there. That's how that works.
That still sound like we waiting on Minka. We gonna need Minka to make the big plays.
We're definitely gonna need Minka to make the big plays, but that doesn't mean Minka will be the guy we ask for. Because if any, and that means any of these other young guys come in with speed and a willingness to tackle and grasp the concept,
the clearance rack. We got them off the clearance rack doing free agency.
I know, but if you get like the dude we drafted in the later rounds last year from Cal, or was it Cal or was it Southern California?
Patrick McMorris.
McMorris is a big hitting guy. And he's got that downhill speed that you want. And his coverage is so, but if he grasps the concept and understands the whys, you might ask him to be that guy that comes downhill in that soft spot you want them to throw to.
We need to
make either make pass breakups or
Cap, what about Ethan Bonner?
I don't know about Ethan Bonner. I think Ethan Bonner has a lot of the things we want him to have as far as talent-wise go. I don't know, and this is me being honestly from my assessment, I wonder if there's something going on up here.
Not
buying in, but just not understanding the whys.
I think he has the physical attributes, but he has the speed, the height, and all that stuff. I just don't think he has the know-how, like football knowledge, the education of the game.
Like Channing Tindall.
Yeah, like Channing Tindall.
Yeah,
like
Channing Tindall.
Okay, right. I played a lot. I played middle linebacker a lot. That was like my main position. And at times, and when I was younger, I didn't know why, but I had to shoot this gap and break through a guard or a tackle or a running back to create pressure, right? It wasn't about winning the down. It wasn't about getting a tackle. It was about me creating motion to make something else happen because then it had an answer for if that worked.
Yeah.
And young guys, it took me I didn't realize this till I stopped playing football. on the whys. And even young guys, it takes a long time to understand that, hey, I'm asking you to come in here and fill up this gap. And all you've done is taken yourself out of the play. And you think, hey, it's better for me to bounce outside and do this other thing when it's not. When it's not.
What you're saying is that Ethan Bonner needs that blue bill so he can fill that gap, huh?
What needs that blue dolphin to fill that gap, baby.
What you're
No, what
saying
I'm
is
saying
Ethan
is
Bonner's
Ethan
by
Bonner
Channing
needs
Tatum.
Ethan Bonner needs to not just know what he needs to do, but know why it's necessary.
Why it needs to be done.
Yeah, I get you. I get what you're saying, man. I think that's part of the issue that Channing Tindall has, bro. He doesn't know what he looks lost. To be honest, and I hate to say this, because the kid's a tremendous athlete. You can be an athlete, but that doesn't mean you know how to play football, right?
Channing Tindall, to me, should have been cut 2 years ago.
He was a victim of an extremely talented Georgia defense. And what I mean by victim, it means that he benefited off of all these extremely more talented players around him.
Channing Tindall got that Tua disease.
Covered up his faults. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Tindall got that Tua disease, huh?
I'm just saying that defense was sick. If you go back to that Georgia defense, it was sick. And they had a lot of talent around him. And even though we thought he knew what he was doing, I think that defense was so dubbed down for him because everybody else was doing it for him.
But don't Miami always put themselves in a haystack like that?
You're kind of right, to be honest. It's kind of crazy. We always try to take the project, right?
Like, not only take the project, it's more of you blindsided by who has the real stardom power.
So you're right in the sense of what we continue to do, but it's not just us that do it. There's a reason why Channing Tindall was on that Georgia team, which when you look across the league, you see better players in his position on teams that weren't on that Georgia team that had the run that they had, right? But the reason being is because Channing,
now.
I know, but even to the pros, because the thing that matters most is physical abilities. Because it matters most in evaluation.
But what matters most is making the football play.
Yes, and I agree with that. If you look no further to Zach Thomas, right?
Yeah,
a guy that didn't possess the physical abilities, but had all of the fucking smarts to continuously cut the corners to make the plays. And I agree with that. Those are the ones who show up in the NFL. But when general managers and teams make their assessment, they think to themselves, I can get through to this guy. I can finally get it to click for them on the whys. Now, when you see Channing Tindall on physical ability alone, he's able to make up.
There's some guys that had girls with little noses sniff cocaine off their dick to make their dick feel big.
Shit. Damn. Turn the music up on that one. Turn the music up on that one. That's exactly what you fucking talking about, dog. I find a tiny girl with tiny hands to make it look bigger. That's right. Find a tiny chick with tiny hands to make it look bigger. That's what that shit's about.
Intentional.
That's why you don't date a woman that could palm a basketball.
You stupid, Shay.
I don't think it was intentional with Channing Tindall. I think if Green Bay, who took what's his name? What was his name? Ali.
But initially, what you going to?
Hold on, real quick, because you got Green Bay took the other guy. You got Philly took Nakobe Dean, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah,
Philly
that's the guy I wanted, to be honest.
Yeah,
I just feel like if either of those two teams would have just happened to have flipped the coin and took Channing Tindall instead, we're not even having this discussion because we've got either Nakobe Dean or the other guy.
Were you talking about Quay Walker? Is that who you were talking
Quay Walker, yeah.
Falling out in Green Bay, man. Absolutely.
First of all, Nakobe Dean is who I wanted. He ended up with Philadelphia, if I recall correctly.
I
Yeah,
wanted Quay.
That's who I wanted.
Quay, but I
Jacoby
would.
Dean is
Look,
the
I was on the record
undersized.
in that draft saying that I would have taken either three of them. So
Not me. I knew by
is what I'm
watching
saying. How could you
Channing
know-
Tindall
Hold on,
because
Cap.
I knew.
How could you know which one of the three was the one being carried by the other two? How could you
I
know?
knew. I knew
It's-
Jacoby, or not Jacoby, Nakobe Dean. He was carrying all of them up here.
I'll tell you.
Up
I'll
here.
tell you how I knew. You know how I knew?
Up here. I knew it.
I'll be real about it. I'll be 100% real about it because I'll be honest, right? I knew that Channing Tindall wasn't the guy because prior to the draft and all the mock drafts that we did
you
and
saw
all
him
the
getting bitched out.
hypotheticals, Channing Tindall was never brought up. I didn't even know who the guy was until we drafted him.
Which
That's
is
how I
likely
knew.
why Green Bay took Quay instead of him. We should
Yeah,
have
I
seen
knew
that red
Quay
flag. Right,
Walker.
right,
I know who he was, but I personally wanted Jacoby Dean no matter what.
Well, what I'm
I
saying
want-
is that Miami.
You know
should
what
have
I want,
seen that red
Ali?
flag.
I want another donation for a shot because I'm fucking dying of thirst.
I know. I'm dying of thirst too. We need
Dying of
shots up in
thirst.
here. Hey, listen,
Dying
I
of
want to change the conversation a little bit to the offensive side now. We're going to
All
talk about the offensive line, but before that, I got a bad feeling. I got a bad feeling about this offensive line. Let me get started. So, out of the demand of Dolphins Nation and all of the Tuniers and Dolphin fans out there, they wanted offensive line. We want them to address the offensive line. Yet, every year, the Miami Dolphins have been adding a player or two to their offensive line, but never have they really used draft capital, at least not recently. I did with Hunt, and I forget who the other guard was in that same draft that we picked up. If you guys remember the name, please let me know. We haven't really done it since then, right? And what did we do? We traded up, moved like 20 spots or whatever, and picked up Jonah, who has yet to sign his contract. Now, I know the rumor that, not the rumor, but the facts are a lot of second rounders haven't signed. Right?
True.
I get it. They all want that goddamn guaranteed money that Texas had to give somebody. So everybody and their mother
Talk about it.
wants guaranteed money.
Can't
But
blame them, yo. Can't blame them.
that's not where it ends. Let's actually deep dive into that. Who's Jonah's representation? None other than
Michael K.
First. Athletes first. Thank you, Michael K, for the $5.
In other words, that's two. That's two of
Drink up, bitches,
agents.
go Bills. Well, listen, fuck the Bills, but I'm drinking anyway. I'm drinking
yes,
anyway. So,
that is also too his agency.
my third shot of tonight. Here we go. Salute.
What
While
you
you're
said,
doing
Coach?
that, Ali,
Third
I just
shot.
want to say about the offensive line. Look, man, you can't. I know it sounds so cliched and sounds like a Pollyannish answer, but you got to have patience. I suspect our offensive line has been getting built because it has improved every year over year. Every time we add a new player, every time they get another year together. Okay, that vaunted Dallas offensive line from back in the day wasn't built overnight either.
Okay, so I agree with you, Color. I got a cramp in my neck, so I'm sorry if I had to step away for a second.
I'm just saying, before you go, Ali, my prediction this year is that we're all a little happy with our offensive line by the end of the year.
And I think that's the problem. Let me explain why I have a bad feeling.
Do tell.
Okay, so the reason I have a bad feeling is let's look at this guard position real quick. We brought in James Daniels. James Daniels is coming off an ACL injury. Ultimately, what is he? A Chris Greer special. This could blow up in our faces. We really haven't gotten any idea if he's really going to be fully healthy to play from the get-go, from the start. We don't know, right? And the more time that Jonah is missing in the participation of the team because he's not signed yet is taking away his ability to develop and be ready day one. So we're really going to end up having possibly the similar people that we had last year playing on the offensive line. You're going to have Eichenberg, which I like Eichenberg. I think he's a great depth piece. I just don't think he's a starter, right? In addition to that, you're going to have, what's his name? And this is the guy that me and El Cap hate because we've saw the tape and it was so bad.
Oh, you talking
Ibram,
about
whatever his name is, Ibram or whatever for the Bears.
yeah, I
So
know you're talking
bad,
about.
bro. Right? So you have Ibram and you have Eichenberg. The other people in the room, I'll be honest, I don't know who the fuck they are. Right? And the
And
reason
likewise,
I'm worried,
nobody knew a single person on that
we-
Dallas offensive line,
we
bro.
might be sitting here thinking that, oh, this is going to be one of the better offensive lines we've had in a long time, only for us to blow up in our faces, because I personally think we're gearing up for another injury year. That's what I think is going to happen.
I think we're going to
you
be
talking
good
about
at O-line
Larry
because
Moore.
everybody thinks we're going to be bad.
I
That's
think
my
they're
take.
comfortable at the position. That's what I'm saying, Color. See, you have to understand the type of fan that I am, and this is just my opinion. You're right to have your opinion. Everybody, we don't gatekeep around here. I don't care if you disagree with me. That's fine. That's fine.
It's not so much that I even disagree with what you're saying.
No. But let me just clarify to the audience. I was really talking to the audience. I'm sorry, Colin. What I'm saying is that the type of fan that I am, I don't care who you are. I don't go into seasons comfortable at any position.
Right.
I sit at the edge of my seat. It don't matter if Achane, Tua, Tyreek, Waddle. I don't care who's the starter. I'm sitting at the edge of my seat. Is this going to work? Is this going to work? I hope to God it works.
You think we suck every year until proven otherwise? I got you.
I go in it, reserving, not trying to get my hopes up. And hoping to be surprised. That's basically how I look at every season. And right now,
I've always assumed everything's an uphill battle every year.
I'm listening to people around Dolphins Nation saying, "Oh, we got offensive line finally. This is going to be great. Achane's going to run up a storm. Blah 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 blah." I hope.
Right, but real quick though, Ali. Let me answer you real quick to even on behalf of the audience.
Go ahead.
For me personally, I'm not necessarily trying to hype the O-line up in this case. I'm not assuming the same mentality of the collective that you're talking about. You know what I mean? Like I'm not by any stretch of the imagination think anybody should be talking up the offensive line. What I'm trying to say is through all of what we've seen, okay, we have a couple guys that have been here, Eichenberg and who else we got that's been here a while, and then the guy that
Austin.
Right, Austin Jackson, right, and then now you got Brewer, and what I'm saying is I'm expecting another step forward on the offensive line group that we have been building for 4 or 5 seasons now. So
I expect a build up of the.
But it's like
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
At the same time, I'm with you on I always think every year everybody's better than we are. Like even when we had Dan Marino, start of every year, I'm on pins and needles because I just feel like everybody's got better talent at every position than us, and it's always an uphill battle until proven otherwise.
Yeah.
We've never had the seasons where 4 or 5 games in a row you're comfortably beating everybody. That's never been us. You know what I mean?
I completely understand, and I agree with you, Colin.
Here's the thing: other fans from other teams probably view us that way when we are good. Like, it's everybody, and we're over here like we can't beat nobody.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but color, wouldn't you say execution?
That's why I always boil it down to execution.
The question is, can they
execution doesn't require talent. It requires
Not according to Brian Flores.
I want to rebuttal color real quick. Color real quick. I understand that we've been building this offensive line for the past couple years, and it should virtually be better because you have Austin Jackson. But the reality is this: on the offensive line, technically only 2 of them are carried over from last year.
But those guys now are
and that's Brewer.
in the room. Those guys are the ones.
And
guys.
fucking the second rounder from last year's playing
He
tackle.
wasn't the glorified starter.
talking about-
though. He
What I'm
still
saying,
hasn't
though,
proven anything.
What I'm saying, Ali, is even if you've got two guys, three guys. Remember, we had Teron Armstead. He's walking out the building. So,
Fuck up out of here.
What I'm saying is,
I don't
now
give
you
a
have
fuck
two,
what
maybe
anybody
three
says.
guys.
Teron Armstead was a miss.
I gotta talk. I gotta address this guy real
Okay,
quick.
but let
I'm
me
sorry.
finish my point here. Okay,
Hurry up, quick,
it's
color,
not-
because we gotta address this shit.
Never mind, bro.
No, that's okay. Go ahead.
Don't
Go
have
ahead.
the energy for that shit, dude. I really
No,
don't.
we're talking about this comment, color.
I had 5 words left to say, bro.
Go ahead. Go
Please
ahead.
get it,
Go
color.
ahead.
You guys aren't gonna do that to me anymore, bro. I don't care enough. Just move on.
I
All
guess
right, fine. Philly D.
Obviously, nobody wants to hear it, so move on.
Nah,
my
but
God.
go ahead, color.
Trying to give you the option to complete it. You're right. I was agreeing with you. Go ahead.
What's to agree with? I didn't finish what I was saying.
I'm agreeing that we didn't let you finish. So please finish.
No. How about no?
All right, no then. Philly D says talking football in this guy's background is a disco.
More people need to learn how to use it.
What word?
About what word?
No.
All right, no.
Okay.
Philly D talking about football. This guy's background's a disco club. Ali, do you want to explain the disco club for him?
Well, I'm sorry, Philly D, that you're not in the know, but this is Club Exhale. It is a disco club. I'm sorry, but if you ain't in the party, then you ain't in the party. This is the party that never stops. So keep it moving. Welcome. Thank you for hanging out with us. You're welcome to join the chat. Subscribe.
Yeah,
If you're
welcome, Philly D.
Okay.
It's funny because he said he rolled up in here when we were talking about N'Kobe Dean. That's crazy.
That's crazy. But
I would say,
go ahead.
go ahead. Nah, if I get
I was
that.
gonna say, listen, shout out to you. Congratulations to you and your team who were national champions, smacked around Pat Mahomes. So awesome. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
for
fucking
around.
goodness somebody put Pat Mahomes in there.
Yeah,
Look,
finally.
stroll-
Damn, finally.
Look at who he strolled the fuck up in here, Mo.
Oh, what's up?
Motherfucking Mo. Get up out of here, dog.
Mo just sniffed out the drama. He wants some drama.
Yeah, he did, color. Yeah, he fucking
We're
did.
getting excited. Time to come around.
Yeah, he fucking did, color. He did. Oh, fuck, color. He put a fucking popcorn up real quick, motherfucker.
See that? He knows.
Yeah, he fucking did. Salute. I'm drinking this one on me. I don't give a fuck. Capitan getting drunk.
Yeah. So if people don't know at home, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the notification bell. This
Donate
is
for shots.
This is the party. This is the party at the end of the week. You can donate for shots. We have fun. We listen to music. We're at a party. That's why the background is what it is. This is the club. So come hang out with us. Anyway.
Here we go. Nah, fuck that.
I like that song. Damn you.
Nah, fuck that. Nah.
Yo, crank that volume, turn it way up. Get your weapon, get your blade out. Damage, then you gon' pay up. Yo, crank that volume, turn it way up. Get your weapon, get your blade out. Damage, then you gon' pay up.
Yo, crank that volume, turn it way up. Get your weapon, get your blade out. Damage, then you gon' pay up. Yo, crank that volume, turn it way up. Turn it way up. Turn it way up.
Crank that volume, turn it
Hit
way
that
up.
like button, motherfuckers.
Yo, crank that volume, turn it way up, way up.
All right, El Cap, you're blowing speakers at home.
What'd you say, Ali?
I said you're blowing speakers, man. I'm gonna have to settle you down a moment. All right. Make sure you hit the like button. Let's get the party started. Oh, we got Liz up in here. What's up, Liz? So that being said, that's my issues with the offensive line. I don't know. Do you guys have any concerns? What are your guys' worries going into training camp?
The tight end room. My concern is the tight end room also.
The tight end room?
Too.
Yeah.
Not me. I'm gonna
I've
tell you
lost
why
all
the tight end room ain't a worry up to El Capitan. I'm gonna tell you
never
why.
gained any faith, and now I've lost all hope in the quarterback. That's all I have. That's the only concern I have. It's the only concern I ever have.
4 tight ends that have made impacts. Randy McMichael, Anthony Fasano, Charles Clay, and now Jonnu Smith.
Excuse me, Farrell.
All in recent memory, Color. How about that? In all 4 of those recent memories, they've equated to 0 playoff fucking success for the Dolphins. All 4. Especially when we're looking at now. I would take all of the production at the tight end position and give it back to the wide receiver position. And I'm pretty certain that's what the Miami Dolphins are thinking. Plus, an extremely down year for one Alec Ingold, who I expect to be picking up all of the production yardage that Jonnu Smith is put down.
I'm done with the short bowling ball style fullback like Alec Ingold type.
Not me, because I'm short bowling ball style Color. I'll always root on a motherfucker that's like me, dog.
So El Cap, let me know why you're not worried about the tight end room.
Because I don't think the tight end position in Mike McDaniel's offense is as necessary of a fucking weapon in production that facilitates what we would like to be as wins.
So
I do understand. Yeah,
so
go
in
ahead.
other words, this Darren Waller trade was pointless.
I'm not saying the Darren Waller trade wasn't pointless, because I think Darren Waller, on his abilities and his name recognition, will demand some form of respect out of defenses. But I think it would be better to utilize that as the looky over here while I'm doing this over here versus the latter, right? What you really would like to have happen is teams concentrate on a tight end so it gets Hill open or Waddle open. What happened last year is teams concentrate on Hill and Waddle to get Jonnu open. So if that can flippity floppity, then that's good. Now, if the obvious 1v1 matchup is that Darren Waller or whomever's playing tight end is the exposed position that you can get to, then you take that. But when defenses then account for it, you then have something to manipulate.
So
It's a chess match, right?
So I get with you. So the problem I have with that is Darren Waller don't like the block. He demonstrated that in New York.
That's not true. That's not true.
What? So you did? So he didn't say all I'm doing is fucking blocking. What the fuck am I doing
What
here?
he didn't say that he wasn't cool with is playing fucking fullback.
Okay.
That's what he didn't say.
Okay, cool.
Miami has a fullback. What he didn't like was he was being paid the top guy and was the only target. They asked him to just do too much on a losing team that was going nowhere. And I agree with you in the sentiment that yes. But if I'm asking for a tight end production and what I would like to get out of it in a passing game, but I'm going to split up that responsibility to Alec Ingold and Darren Waller, I promise you, whatever your consensus is on yardage, touchdowns, effectiveness, production in that position, because you have your receiving core production, your running back core production, and your tight end fullback production, you're lumping those together, you're going to get a better tight end fullback production if you're asking more of Alec Ingold and less of Jonnu Smith, because you're going to go Alec Ingold and Darren Waller rather than now. If one or the other goes down, then you're kind of screwed. But that's kind of what it is, ain't it?
So,
But
with
Cap,
blocking and
ain't that the
whatnot, so
reason
we
we
can keep
brought
the
in
same
Phil Brown?
formation. Because that's
Ain't
my
that the
only
reason?
problem.
I
If we
if
just have to like bring him out on blocking downs and then sub some like that's the only problem I have with the whole
So if we're
situation.
smart with the Pharaoh Brown,
Right.
if you're
Phil
smart, right? I'm coming out early and I'm throwing to Pharaoh Brown because
but
Pharaoh Brown is the fucking
smart, and I don't
is the
think Mike
blocker.
McDaniel's smart. That's the
Right, he's the
problem.
blocking tight
But if
end.
I'm smart, I'm thinking I'm gonna fucking throw targets to Pharaoh Brown on the leak out chip block in the flat, right?
Yeah, I get
In
you.
which case they're gonna do that. In which case, which it'll make the other people who line up in his position all the more effective.
So I want to address this real quick. I want to address this. I'm not worried about the tight end room either.
You want to address that?
The reason, well, Tony, why don't you come in here and elaborate on who TFTG is? Because I'd like to know what your thoughts are.
I think I got a video. I think I got a video on that.
Not yet. I want to address his question about tight ends real quick. So for me, I'm not worried about the tight end room because Mike McDaniel doesn't use tight ends traditionally. He doesn't use the traditional tight end the way that it's used normally in football, right? So that being said, he got somebody that is that H-back, Charles Clay style tight end, right? For way cheaper than what Jonnu Smith wanted. And personally, if the guy is halfway decent, I think he can have a better year than Jonnu Smith. My opinion.
Ali,
Now,
you
why you brought in Pharaoh Brown is because Pharaoh Brown is one of the better blocking tight ends in this league.
Nasty blocking tight end.
He's a nasty blocker. So he's going to supplement the offensive line woes and be a little sneaky with a pass here and there, but you don't expect it on the regular. Right?
Ali, could I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
What about you had mentioned, and not that I disagree or anything, but you had mentioned Ollie Gordon's pass catching ability.
Yes.
How tall is he?
I can tell you in
6'1", 6'2".
Is he considered a tall guy, or is he kind of short?
He's a bigger running back. And I can tell you right now, he's 6'1". They have him measured at 6'1", possible 6'2", but I believe he's 6'1".
How heavy is he? Pretty heavy.
He's 227 pounds.
That is a big boy, dude.
Yes.
Real quick.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, Mr. Ingold, watch your back. Your job's on the line.
Hold on real quick, if I may. Alec Ingold he's a fullback, but we know the ipso facto fullback tight end position has kind of blended into the two. How fortuitous of a year for the Dolphins to get a Jonnu Smith and then having Alec Ingold pretty much miss the whole season. All of the snaps of touches went to a Jonnu Smith.
Yeah,
That's not how this offense that Mike McDaniel works. At least not how he'd like it to work. How he'd like it to work is those touches goes to the fullback and the tight end position. And now, magically,
Five to have the ball in his hand.
Jonnu Smith is gone, and I promise you, magically, Alec Ingold's touches go up.
You know why?
Because it's rigged. Oh,
because
sorry.
Mike McDaniel's got the magic in him. He's got the magic. Just kidding. I'm fucking around.
If I may, hit the like button, everybody. We've passed the 2-hour mark. Tony is asking who the TFTG crew is. And I think he needs to know, just like Big O needs to know, Ali. What do you think?
Yeah, play it. Let's show him.
No, it was El Capitan. Slapdicks.
Bingo in the building. Been around for a while, got the mic and the name and the journalist style. Claims he run the block like he owned the foul, but the fans in the streets ain't feeling that smile. Talks like the king with the gate and a lock, saying they ain't real fans, bro, take a walk. It's down in the tailgate where the grill gets hot. We bleed aqua and orange, like it or not. This is the finish fight. Welcome to the show, where the old school hates to see the new blood grow. You can can't keep it right, but the crowd don't know. Ain't no stopping the Finns tailgate. Big O, you jealous of the vibe? We got the flow. Your numbers ain't the same, and your pride just shows. Try to block the lane, but the Finns still go through the shade, through the hate. That's how tailgates roll.
I don't think you hear that. Just let you know.
Big O throw shade like he's scared of defeat. Crying on stream like they ain't elite. While we toasting in the lot, turning losses to beats. We got fans in the panels, got laughs in the crew. You're solo in the bunker throwing darts at who? Every new voice you call them fake news, but community's grown and they ain't picking you. You built a castle, yeah, you made your bed, but you never fed the people, just your ego instead. Now you're watching from the tower while the crowd gets fed by the grill, by the vibe, by the voices you dread. Just say we clowns, cool, we bring in the show, but when the team's down bad, we still never fold. We debate, we dream, we keep the faith whole. You rant and repeat like a broken scroll. It ain't about fame, it's about connection. You lost that spark, now you fear rejection. While we light it up with every live session, you stuck in the past, afraid of progression. This is the Finns fight, welcome to the show. When the tailgate rises in the old dark slow, you can bark from the porch, but the people know we the heartbeat now, just letting you know. You jealous of the love, it's starting to show. Trying to hold us back, but we still gon' flow. So sip your big OT, we'll steal the whole show. Cause the future of the Finns ain't behind no O. So here's your invite, Big O, tailgate's open. Bring your pride, bring your mic, just don't bring that gate, it don't fit here no more.
Straight cooked, boys. Straight
I got
cooked.
all right. Cap. I got a question for you, Cap.
Hot damn, that's good shit.
What's
Hey,
up,
Cap,
Mr.
I got a
Paul?
question for you.
Yeah.
Like with the it's kind of a crazy question, but with the undrafted wide receiver we picked up, Andrew Armstrong, who's 6'4", do you think that they may try to make him maybe like a hybrid where he's a wide receiver tight end?
You know, Ali and I talked a little bit about this. I'm really worried about him even making the roster.
Okay.
I am. Because I don't think the Dolphins are going to keep more than the 6 wide receivers. In which case, do not hold on, Ali. Do not be surprised if this guy becomes deactivated and injury reserve protected.
Okay. Yeah.
Now you're talking
Just
my
like
language.
Tosh. Just
Yeah.
like
Right.
Tosh. Just like Tosh. Do not be surprised.
I could see that happening. I agree with you in that sense. I agree with you, El Cap. But outside of the 4, which we mentioned, is Tyreek Waddle, Westbrook Akine, and Malik Washington, that leaves 2 spots open. And Taj might be one of them. We don't know because we really don't know what we truly have in him yet. But if Taj makes it, then that leaves one more, which I'm hoping is Armstrong. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, exactly.
But if
It'll
if
probably
it doesn't
be
happen,
him.
if it doesn't, I do believe they will do what they did to Taj to him 100%. I agree with that.
Okay. Yeah. I like hearing that. Because that kid has a lot of.
I still think
has
we
a
need
lot
to
of
get a reserve room for a one more taller possession type receiver.
And that's why I like Armstrong for that
just
role.
wonder who that could be. I wonder.
So a couple guys I'll be looking to in that Armstrong debate outside of Taj Washington is D'Estridge, and then the fucking, I don't know how he's still on this team, Eric Ikuzama.
Oh yeah.
Those are the guys you gotta watch. You gotta watch D'Estridge, which I think he makes it as the 6th man over Armstrong on simplistic values, right? On gamesmanship alone. Foresight, looking to the future. You put Andrew Armstrong as the questionable out for all a year and let him sit, just like you did with Taj Washington. You bring Taj Washington up, and D. Estridge has already been playing, and there fills out your room. That's what's going to happen. Or, and I don't think they will, but they very well may, with the loss of Jonnu Smith, they'll carry 3 tight ends and a fucking 4th at fullback, and carrying Julian Hill, Pharaoh Brown, Alec Ingold, and then fucking Tanner Connor. Mark my fucking words. That's what'll happen. They will carry 4 at the tight end and fullback position, and only carry the lesser amount in the wide receiver market.
Yeah, it's harder to throw a tight end into an injury.
And Jalen Collins could be on the practice
Thank
squad.
you, Mondo. Appreciate the super sticker for $5.
Oh, fuck. Mondo, the homie with the shots. Thank you, Mondo. I'm dying of thirst. I've been drinking on my own dime. I got like this much left.
Yeah, he even used the cheers emoji. So that is definitely a
I
time
got
to drink.
like a little under half a bottle of this.
That's a
Wild
Saturday
Turkey
night moonshine.
101. Huh? What is it?
That's a Saturday night moonshine, eh?
No, this is Wild Turkey 101, Sharif. Moonshine. So, some of the best moonshine I ever had. I first moved up to Central Florida in 2003, right? And I started hanging out. Well, you know, I mean, I moved in here. It was my sophomore year in high school. This was back in 2003. And I started hanging out with one of these popular chicks that went to the high school because I was in my junior year. And we went and we, went to some party. And I don't know where I met these guys at, but I ended up taking her with me to a different party. And these dudes were going to school, like college. These were college kids. They were going to school to be greenskeepers at golf courses and shit. And I didn't realize that that's like a big money position. Anyhow, long story short, they're from Jack Daniels County in Tennessee, and they had this moonshine, right? Now this moonshine, I've had moonshine before. I've had like butter squash moonshine, and obviously the good old apple moonshine and cinnamon and Jolly Rancher apple. But anyhow,
That's
they're
good
like,
stuff.
it's good stuff. And they're like, oh, you gotta taste this moonshine, right? And I'm like, yeah, all right, let's taste this. And I drank it, and it had no burn, had no fucking light you up. I was like, damn, this is some weird ass moonshine. It was just really distilled. Because by the time I took homegirl home, I was like, whoa, hey, let me concentrate a little bit here. I ended up taking her home, and a fucking deer ended up crashing into the side of my truck. I didn't hit it. I drove on the side of the road, and like I'm in the fucking grass and shit on the side of the road. But the deer hit the passenger side of my fucking truck, dented it all up. I was driving a little Ranger back then. And, but yeah, best moonshine I ever had was from them boys from Jack Daniels area, fucking, all that good stuff. And, GQ Barbecue. Yeah, you can join. Hit the join button to become a member. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, GQ Barbecue, and hit the fucking link pinned to the top to come on up here and hang out with us.
So,
and here's my shot. Salute.
Yeah. So I'll tell you, I've had some good moonshine, but I'm not gonna lie. There's some cats I know that live up in the Ocala area that make some underground moonshine. Oh my god, bro. Talk about putting me on my ass. There's some good moonshine out there. So shout out to them real quick. But speaking of deer, I cannot believe how much damage deer do to cars, bro. I've seen videos, bro, and it's
Fucking
like,
incredible, dude.
it's
Big
ridiculous.
time damage.
You them ones where they like crash into the front of the bus.
They're still alive too, and they're like going, "Rah," you know, and everything. I've seen it all, bro. It's nuts. Shout out to
Check
Aiden.
this, Ali. I lived up in
$5
Missouri for 12 years, never hit a deer. Never even saw one. Yeah, thanks.
I know they have they had a Bacardi
Yo,
factory.
hitting the deer is crazy, yo. It's like you see every move, everything in slow motion, yo.
It's exactly how it went, but you know,
Like, that shit is so crazy, yo. Like,
Yo,
I seen the deer
I'm
coming at my right peripheral. We hit the motherfucker. I could have sworn we see the motherfucker tongue out, the way the eyes look, flipping over.
All right, real quick, Keena.
Like, that
I'm gonna
shit
tell the full story. I'm gonna tell the full story.
General relativity, Kenneth.
I'm gonna tell the full story. Now, meanwhile, right? I'm like the new kid in the town, right? This is fucking a while ago.
Yeah.
I'm like the new kid in the town. I meet her at like a fucking local party. They had a pool. She's one of these popular chicks in this small ass town, right? Anyhow, I'm fucking driving with her back in my fucking Ranger because I'm taking her back to, you know, kind of close the deal a little bit, right, boys? I'm kind of taking her back to her house, kind of close the deal a little bit right here, boys. When I say, like you said, this motherfucker straight went from way over on the other side of the road to fucking and ran. I'm like, God damn, I'm trying to get away from his bitch ass, and the son of a bitch straight runs into the side of my truck. I pull over.
Slow motion. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's slow. I'm like, God damn it. Anyhow, homegirl's like kind of tripping a little bit. I'm like, don't worry, it's gonna be all right because it was still alive. And I'm not even fucking kidding you. I go back to her crib, we go down there, we handle the business, right? We handle the business. I'm heading home about an hour or so later, because that's right, your boy be lasting like that. And the deer is still there, and I'm like, fuck, and it's all hemmed the fuck up. And I mean, I didn't have a gun, but I had a knife, and I had to end that bitch for its own fucking life. And that was kind of weird because I was kind of drunk. I'm kind of like on this weird thing, right? I'm from South Florida. I'm from fucking West Palm Beach. We ain't got no fucking deer anywhere. And now I'm here in North Central Florida. I've been here maybe 4 months. I'm banging one of the popular new chicks, and I'm going home, and I see this deer that I hit, and now I'm fucking gonna have to help end its life for the right reasons. And after all that shit, I sat there and I sat on the hood of my truck, and I go, where the fuck am I at right now, dude? Like, life is different right now. I'm putting deer out of their misery and shit. It was a weird fucking time for me.
So I got two questions. Well, not two questions. I got one question, but then I have my own story to tell you about hitting a deer. So, Number one, the deer you hit, was that in Florida?
Yes.
I actually believe you hit the deer because you can't see them because of how small they are. You know, they're probably under your grill, bro. It's like hitting a dog. Have you seen the deer?
No, it wasn't a big deer. It wasn't a big deer because it was a little doe. But Ali,
I'm telling you,
driving
tiny as shit. I don't.
Ali,
you can't
Ali,
see.
Listen, I don't come from money. You know, I had to buy my own truck at 17 years old when I moved up here. It's a single cab, stick shift fucking Ford Ranger.
I had one of those.
Repair daily.
Yeah. Nah, dog. It's stick shift fucking Ford Ranger. The bitch ran like a son of a bitch.
1997.
Mine was a 94. It was a 94. It was red, and it ran and dented in all of the front corner, the passenger side corner panel,
Good
and
grief.
the driver's side door, right where they met, that motherfucker dented it in. And I get her out, and she's like fucking beyond herself. Again, we're 17 years old. We're both drunk. Should have been driving, but this is a town that you could have drove on around the whole county. There ain't nobody around.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Not even cops. And I took her home, settled things down, closed the deal, and come back, and I see the fucking deer there, and I'm like, God damn, that fucking thing's still fucking live. And I had a toolbox in the back of my truck because whatever. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna get that buck knife out of there. And I had to handle business. I didn't feel good about it, but I felt worse about leaving it there for the last hour.
I get you. I get you.
I was like,
I think the one question that everybody is waiting to know the answer to: did it taste good?
Huh?
Did it taste good?
Did it taste good? They want to know if you ate the deer.
Oh, okay. I was hoping he said the deer.
Same here. I was getting around to ask that question too.
I was hoping he said the deer too.
It
ate both.
First of all, it tasted amazing.
I was gonna say, because if you didn't eat
The deer, I left on the side of the road.
He was not
It tasted amazing. The deer I left on the side of the road, baby.
Let me tell you my story about my deer experience real quick. So, this year,
I'm not drinking moonshine, man. Staying away from it.
That was not the fucking moonshine, Cap. It was City Boy, and it was City Boy.
My own joke there.
Is what it was.
I missed my own joke flew over my head just now. I didn't even catch that.
Oh my god! so I'll tell you my story real quick because mine won't take as long. It's really simple and easy. This year I had to bury my grandfather, right? And may he rest in peace. It's very sad.
God bless it.
He lived a very, very. The good news is he lived one of the longest lives, very adventurous life. The guy traveled. He's been all over the world, Germany, all over Europe, all those places, right? He's seen it all.
All right.
One of the coolest people you'd ever meet in your life. And he inspired me to some of the things that I got going on right now that I'm planning and getting, my ducks in a row. It's because of him. It's inspired me to do certain things in my life. So shout out to my grandfather. The day after we buried him, and I had to go up to Ohio, and I hadn't been up there in years. And my cousin asked me, hey, let's go do something instead of like sitting here and, mourn. Let's go do something fun, because that's what Grandpa would have wanted.
Because that's what he would have done.
Yeah. Grandpa will want y'all to get your dick sucked.
What the hell y'all doing? Go skydiving or something. Quit mulling
Grandpa's like, boys, get your dick sucked. Go ahead.
We ended up doing. I'll tell you what we ended up doing. We ended up going.
Y'all got your dick sucked? Goddamn.
No. We ended up going.
I'm sorry, Ollie. I'm getting a little drunk. I keep taking shots when no one's donating.
It's all right. It's all right. We ended up going to one of the best amusement parks ever, Cedar Point, Ohio. If you haven't been there, you got to go. They have
gay. Sorry, Ollie.
Almost skydiving. All right.
It's not gay. It's not gay at all.
Ollie.
It's actually cool.
I couldn't help myself, Ollie. I'm being a dick now.
Nothing's gay anymore.
Right, let me explain what happened. So we go there. We spend the whole day there, intoxicated mostly, and riding roller coasters and everything. And it ends up, it's closing time, and I'm looking at the clock, and it's like 2 a.m., right? And we had already packed up the car and everything to drive home that day still. We were going to drive all the way back from Ohio to Florida that day. So we left right from...
God damn, what's that, like 8,000 miles?
No, it's more like 3,000 or 2,000. It's like 2,000 miles. Anyway, we're driving home, and I'm on the southern point of Cleveland, about hitting the interstate, and I'm going to cut through West Virginia into Virginia and take 95 home. Essentially, is what I was doing, and so I ended up we're about 15 minutes to the border of Ohio and Pennsylvania and West Virginia, kind of where that all meets and everything, and all of a sudden I see something moving, and I'm going like 100 or 90 miles an hour on the turnpike and everything, and I see something move. And instead of slamming the brakes, I actually get into the next lane, and I happen to miss like a buck. I knew it was a buck. I don't know how many points, but I missed a buck and just barely grazed him, like within an inch, bro. And whoever said seeing it in slow-mo or whatever, whoever said that, that's what it felt like, bro.
It's called the adrenaline.
I saw him, and at
Special
one
relativity.
point, I swear to God, at one point when I turned to my left as we were passing, I looked out the window, and we were looking dead eye at each other. He was like,
went like that.
I was like, holy fuck. And I just missed him. I didn't hit him, but that was the closest I ever got
I
to hitting
find
the
it
deer,
very
bro.
interesting that both
Scared the
you
shit out. It
and
was like, I'm not gonna lie. Hold on, real quick. It was like 3:00 in the morning when this happened, and I was driving.
so I find it
Oh my God.
fascinating that you and Kenna both described the same experience. I'm going to get to that in just a second, but Ali, I just corrected you both about the mileage under the breath, and I was
It's like
joking,
1,500
right?
or something.
Hold on, I was joking, and I just threw out a number, and I said it's 1,233. I
Yeah.
went and looked it up. It's 1,238, dude.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just
It's
totally
something like
guessed,
that.
man. That's good enough for both showcases in The Price is Right. Thank you very much. And by the way, what you guys are talking about is called special relativity. Okay.
Uh-oh.
And leave it to color to bring this back to football.
Get him, color.
Okay.
Let's go back to football.
This
Yes.
is exactly why you keep your eyes on the football, because the football becomes like that deer to you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Talk to him,
You felt like if time was suspended, like you could have reached out and like punched the deer in the face or something.
Yeah. What I experienced
Now
was
imagine that's a football.
It's kind of crazy.
Now imagine that's a football. You could just take it out of the air. And that's what an elite wide receiver does.
So, real quick, did we get Mondo's fucking $5
I'm
donation?
taking a shot right now for it.
Yeah, you did, but you go ahead and take another one.
I feel like I missed it, dog. I feel like I missed it. I'm not gonna cap. I feel like I missed it.
Salute. Ugh. Hit the like button, everybody.
Well, Ali, what happens is you're driving along, right? And you see an object just come out of the woods, right? Now you're a driver. You're a trained, very experienced driver. So your muscle memory,
Debatable.
Your muscle memory in your brain is trained that when you see an object like that come out in front of you in your car, your eyes immediately zone in on it with perfect clarity. And that's what you need to do.
Bro, I was going. Hey,
you need to
I
look
was
at
going
the football
incline.
that same way.
I was going incline, bro, on a mountain, and I was at least half a foot from hitting one. And the reflex on that deer to jump from one end of the road to the other in less than a split second, that's muscle right there, bro.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. Bro, my mom asked me, why didn't you slam on the brakes? And I'm like, because they told me not to in driver's ed. They always said, don't ever slam on the brakes.
Don't ever slam on your brakes.
Exactly. Just go with the motion, bro. You're already committed.
If anything, I advise you to speed up.
Talk about it, Keno.
You might clear underneath them, right?
For real. Yeah.
Yeah, get on that shit, because that's the real. I think, to me, because when I say I'm driving, obviously, on the right side of the road, this motherfucking deer, they're like, okay, so if you're looking at the grass on the right and the grass on the left and then the 2 lanes, there's like 5 lanes of grass on the right and like 5 lanes of grass on the left. When this motherfucker hit me, this bitch, and I seen him, I'm like driving and he's sprinting all over the motherfucking place. I'm like, God damn. I'm straight 3 lanes on the left when he hit the side of my truck. I'm like, I'm trying to dodge his motherfucking ass. Now,
Yeah, don't make eye contact.
Meanwhile, I'm 17 when this happened. I didn't think to turn my high beams off. That's my fault. My fault.
Look, y'all
My
make me
fault.
feel guilty because the story I just told y'all a little bit. I'm gonna get in a little bit more depth with it. I saw that motherfucker coming, right? And when I saw it coming, I did tell my girl to speed up. She was like, "No, I can slow down now and we won't hit it." I was like, "Fuck that! That motherfucker ain't supposed to be on this side of town. So if that motherfucker gets smacked on the
Yeah.
other night."
It's on the wrong motherfucking side of town, dog. Get his ass.
Yo, and it just so happened when she sped up, it's crazy because my girl crazy too, yo. She sped up and we hit the motherfucker. We didn't lose control of nothing, yo. When she smacked it, it's like the hood of the car. We had the Chevy Lumina. When we smacked the motherfucker, the hood and the grill bent down, and you could see it pinch some of the deer meat out and his
Hell
side
yeah.
out of his junk.
Wow.
But
Took a
not.
chunk out of it.
Just a couple pieces.
Did the radiator cook any of it?
Yeah, he broke a rib or two fucking with us, yo. But he got up and moved on, so I figured he was all right. I ain't give a fuck after that. So
Yeah, but if you would have had to go back and he seen his motherfucking ass settling and not having a good time, you had to handle the business. And that's kind of what I was like, right?
Yeah,
He
you
done
better
had-
than
he
me,
done-
bro, because I would have kept it moving. I would have kept it going.
Nah, see, again, so I had drove on out of the back, went to her house, did the thing, hung out there for an hour, and then came back. I seen his ass still over there, and I was like, fuck. I thought I was going to go line his ass up and toss him in the back of the truck. I was like, all right. I go over there, and he's still there suffering, or she, or whatever. I don't fucking know. I'm like, damn. I best handle this. And I did. It wasn't easy. And tried to fight a little bit, but it was all fucking hemmed the fuck up. And then afterwards,
and the soul of that dead deer just left into my soul.
Nah, I ain't got nothing to do with soul. It's nothing as much as just like, you know.
It's like
you
Red Dawn, bro. You gotta drink get a cup and drink the blood.
But let me ask y'all a question though.
I was thinking
When you hear a deer like that with a car, can he eat it?
Murder somebody.
I mean, Mr. Paul, you can eat anything. Because in South Florida, I've hit gator crossing the alligator alley. Because, all right, so I lived on the East Coast in Palm Beach, but my family lived on the West Side in a little town called LaBelle. And all you motherfuckers don't know what LaBelle is.
I know what it is.
Yeah, LaBelle in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
So back in the day, in the motherfucking 90s, you'd be driving on a fucking road in the dark, and that bitch be dark, right?
Yeah,
sometimes you hit a gator, and then you turn the motherfucker around and load that bitch up, because gators be crossing over there. Deer, not so much. Like, yeah, maybe, but you'd be more likely to hit a gator than you would a deer, especially in the summertime, which is when we went. So, yeah, we'd throw a motherfucking gator up in the back of the truck, bring it to grandma's house. You skin that bitch. We pull it apart and make cubed, and you bread that shit, and then you make kebabs out of it, because that's how you get down. That's it. You take that gator meat, pull off into cubes. Gator meat, kind of like snake meat, which I don't know much about snake meat. That's what every motherfucker keep telling me. Gator meat is kind of like if you took like cattle meat and mixed it with fish, and you don't even know how to comprehend that, but that's exactly what it is. That's it.
Hey, Cap, I seen a guy
never had
on
alligator.
What's up, Miss Punk?
What's up? Hey, Cap, I seen a guy on TikTok skin a whole alligator. He seasoned it up and dropped that whole alligator in deep fryer.
So, okay, on small alligators, you can do that, right? Like a 4-footer.
Right,
which is
right,
just
exactly.
just like a little bit over 4 foot. Little baby gator. Because a 4-foot gator is a fucking baby. And no bullshit. And y'all think what you want, but a gator that's like 4 foot is a fucking baby. I'll get in the water and grab that motherfucker. I'm not capping. I'll grab his little bitch ass. Done it. Been done it. I mean, first 4 foot ish gator I killed, I might been 9 with a baseball bat in a canal and take his bitch ass home. And you would on a small gator, they're easy to skin all the way off.
Yep, yep, yep.
And then you can grill his whole motherfucking body. But if you're looking at like a 6-foot gator and beyond,
You gotta cut them up.
So
well, not only gotta cut them up, which you don't really need to, but like the tenderloin is the jelly roll. The tenderloin is jelly roll, and it's inside, like here, like inside the rib cage. There's like a tenderloin on both sides. That's the jelly roll. That's the good shit. Most motherfuckers eat the gator tail because it's a good meat spot. There's not a lot of shit to get in the way. Bone, you can pull it apart, and you can take all that meat and put it in like a dish, and you could drop it in. And it's strange because it kind of it's like a fishy consistency, but it's kind of like I don't know. You know, like chicken fat. Imagine like fish covered in chicken fat. And then you can, but thin, almost like the consistency because it kind of holds together. That's the shit you can get up and you get it in like balls like this off the tail, and you drop them in like cubes. And that's the shit. Like if you're good, if you're smart, best way to cook gator, the best way. Because most motherfuckers cook gator meat, they pull it off the bones and shit like that, or they grill it. Grilling it is but the best way to cook gator is to pull that good meat off a small one, and you make them on kebabs. That's the way you
kebabs. Get your kebabs. Real quick. Speaking of like how big animals get, I learned this today. My wife, who loves otters, I had no fucking clue otters can get up to like 6 feet, 100 pounds, bro.
Yeah, giant otter.
First of all,
otter.
I would say this: in a canal, in anywhere from like North Orlando and down, I'll fuck with a gator way before I fuck with an otter.
That's what a lot of people say. That's what a lot
otters are meaner than fuck. Don't fuck with them. They're sweet. If you like live like in Cape Coral, right? When I was living in Cape Coral, I lived on a canal. And in my backyard, there was a mama and a papa and a baby otter. And we would sit out there and we would watch the mama and papa teach the baby otter how to play and how to fucking hunt and shit like that. But I'm telling you right fucking now, that fuck otters, when they're breeding and when they're pregnant, are meaner than fuck. They don't want you being around their nest. They will climb in your boat and attack you. They'll kill your cat. They'll kill your dog. They'll bite the fuck out of you. Don't fuck with otters. But the most dangerous shit, and I see like comedians and motherfuckers that don't know shit about Florida. Gators are dangerous, but the most dangerous thing in all the water out here is a moccasin. A fucking water moccasin is more dangerous than anything out here. Because I don't give a fuck. Water moccasin will climb in your boat, climb on the shore, and run you up out of here.
They sneak and aggressive.
Shout out to Roberto Valdez, says it sounds like his ex-wife, meaner than hell.
Yeah, moccasins don't run away. That's for sure. They
run away. They fight to the death. If they
Not
got
only
a
that,
nest, an egg nest, they
mm,
defend
Mm.
from wherever their nest is. They'll defend like 800 yards around that area, and defend means they're venomous. They'll kill
yeah,
you.
yeah.
They'll
Mhm.
kill you. God damn,
All right.
they're
So,
motherfuckers.
all right. I appreciate the back to the Animal Planet talk, but
Yeah, welcome to fucking Florida, bitches.
I want to get back to football real quick because we got about 20 minutes before I shut the show down. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. This is Club Exhale. If you're wondering about the music or the party behind, listen, the TFTG is where the party never stops, right? This is supposed to be like a dance club. It is a Club Exhale. It is a party. We have shots, we have good times, we listen to music, we talk football, we talk everything, right? So make sure you hit the like button if you're new, subscribe, tell your friends. Every Saturday during the show, we're going to try to have Club Exhale every Saturday. So thank you very much for hanging out. I want to ask the panel, and I see Joe Rist is back for this. I want to ask each one of you to give me your bold prediction for training camp. And since Joe Rist just came back, Joe Rist, you have the floor. What is your bold prediction?
Bold prediction for training camp?
Yes.
Channing Tindall keeps his spot on this team.
God damn, that's not what I wanted to hear, but okay. That is a bold prediction. Damn. Yeah. Okay. Anything to add to that before we go on to the next person?
I don't know where, I don't know how, but he keeps his spot. Special teams, baby.
All right.
I agree.
All right. Liz, who surprisingly enough has the sloth, aka Big O, on her avatar. So tell me, what is your bold prediction?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just kind of waiting and seeing kind of person.
Okay,
Waiting for Tua to go down.
It's so crazy she doesn't know what her bold prediction is. Okay, I'll take that. Mr. Paul, what is your bold prediction?
That Jalen Wright is going to surprise a lot of people in preseason, training camp, preseason, and regular season.
Okay, I'll take it. I like me some Jalen Wright. I think Jalen Wright is underrated, and people didn't give him a fair shake last season, to be honest. Not even the coaching staff, to be honest.
Hey, A-Chain gets dinged up, the reins are his.
What you said, Joe?
Said if A-Chan gets dinged up, the reins are his. Could very easily.
I want to say something real quick. I did a little research, and A-Chain runs a 4.32 in the 40, and Jalen Wright runs a 4.38 in the 40. So he's a fast dude.
Anna, what is your bold prediction?
Cam Smith gonna do his damn thing.
Cam Smith is gonna do his thing. I like that. So what is like? What do you think? Like he's gonna finally show up now that he has the, he the reins is his basically to lose.
Nah, I was just. I don't give a fuck about Cam Smith, but
good.
But my bold prediction is Kenneth Grant gonna pull through and I've been hearing good noise and seeing some good tape about this kid, and Kenneth Grant gonna do his thing. That's my bold prediction.
I don't even think that's a bold prediction. I think that's a fact, to be honest. I agree with that. I'll take that. The infamous, world GOAT, greatest of all time champion, Ric Flair, Crypto, you haven't really said much tonight. I'm surprised. What's your bold prediction?
Hang on. Yeah. Bold prediction. Let's see. I'll go with Eichenberg getting 2 more orange jerseys.
Ooh, that is a bold prediction, to be honest. I like it. I like that. For some reason, I kind of think he's going to end up getting the orange jersey early. So I could see that happening, to be honest. So what is it? Roberto Valdez, thank you for your membership. Bold prediction, Eichenberg will be starting by week 1, which means Zach Wilson by week 6.
That's funny.
That is a bold prediction.
That's a good one.
My bro, color commentary, what is your bold prediction for training camp?
My bold prediction for training camp. I don't know, really, to be honest with you. I don't really have one. I think for all of training camp, right?
Yeah, anything. It can be anything. Come on, talk about your boy that I'm in agreement with you. Come on, you know who I'm talking about.
Number 25 is going to take the step we need him to take.
Okay.
You seen him standing next to Devon Achane in that picture, dude? Like,
Jalen, right?
Yeah. I'm ready to see more.
These predictions aren't very bold.
Now that
I got a bolder prediction. I'm waiting. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep going, color.
I was just saying, now that Mostert's out of the way, he should be able to take the spot.
Okay. Interesting. El Cap, what's your bold prediction?
Grayson Murphy.
Ooh.
Grayson Murphy. Gonna look like a real one. And doubling down on the bold prediction. Grayson Murphy will be AFC Defensive Player of the Week at some point in the 2025 season.
So not only making the team, not only getting snapped, but getting a Player of the Week.
That's right. Bold.
I got a bold
2 minute and 55-second mark on late night Ali Club Exhale, July 13th. El Capitan, bookmark it, bitches. Grayson Murphy, AFC Player of the Week.
Okay, I like it. That is a bold prediction. That is definitely. So I'm gonna double up on what El Cap is saying, because I have 3 bold predictions. Number 1, and this supports your bold prediction, El Cap. Mo Kamara does not make this roster.
Ooh,
I agree.
That's bold prediction.
Mo Kamara does not make this roster, freeing up the space for Grayson Murphy. So
Mo
that's
Kamara
where that
and
comes
Grayson
from.
Murphy on the roster.
I don't think so. I don't think Mo Kamara makes it. He hasn't shown me a single. He's like Channing Tindall, bro. He hasn't shown me shit. So that's number 1. Number 2, second bold prediction. Ollie Gordon ends up being AFC Offensive Player of the Week at some point.
Ooh.
Yeah, that in the regular season, right? And last but not least, and this is for training camp, because that's really what the question was. In training camp, give me a bold prediction. Bold prediction is Cam Smith and other corners will get smoked by Andrew Armstrong, the undrafted rookie.
I like that.
Some point.
I like that.
So those are my bold predictions. Thank you. Make sure
But
you.
Joe Rist said we wasn't making good enough bold predictions. So I'll say this then, Joe Rist. I say Tua resigns right there on training camp.
Damn,
Wow.
dude.
That's the boldest of predictions.
Yeah, that would be super bold.
Despite everything I said about Jalen Wright, here's the bold prediction. Ollie Gordon leapfrogs Jalen Wright in his rookie year.
That's a bold prediction.
That is a bold prediction. That's why I said Ollie Gordon will have an AFC Offensive Player of the Week moment sometime this season. That's why I said that. Thank you, everybody, for the great show. It was wonderful. Thank you, everybody. Joe Rist, Liz, Kenna, Crazy, Mr. Paul, Crypto, Color, El Cap. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everyone's welcome back next week, Saturday. It's actually next Saturday. El Cap, you might have to run it for me. Maybe. That's a big
Don't worry,
maybe.
I'll be here for it, dog.
I'll be there, but I'll be late. I'll be coming late. That's the issue that I'm dealing with.
Hey, Kenna, make sure you come back, Kenna. It was a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, we loved having you. And just so you know, Friday nights and Saturday nights, we definitely drop the link. What other nights during the week do we drop the link?
I know on the drive time. Shake
Drive time. And do the West Coast Dolphin fans do they
They do, but there is some selectivity to it.
Oh, okay. I don't know anything about. Sorry about that. But Fridays and Saturdays for sure. Friday nights and Saturday nights we drop the link no matter what. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you hit the like button, turn on the notification bell, and what the hell? For old time's sake, let's tell everybody who TFTG is again.
No, it was El Capitan. Slapdicks.
They go in the building. Been around for a while. Got the mic and the name and the journalist style. Claims he run the block like he owned the foul. But the fans in the streets ain't feeling that smile. Talks like a king with the gate and a lock. Saying they ain't real fans, bro, take a walk. It's down in the tailgate where the grill gets hot. We bleed aqua and orange, like it or not. This is the finish fight. Welcome to the show. When the old school hates to see the new blood grow. You can can't keep the mic, but the crowd don't know. Ain't no stopping the Finns tailgate. Big O. You jealous of the vibe? We got the flow. Your numbers ain't the same and your pride just shows. Try to block the lane, but the Finns still go. Through the shade, through the hate, that's how tailgates roll. Clickbait wars got the YouTube heat. Big O throw shade like he's scared of defeat. Crying on stream like the ain't elite. While we toasting in the lot, turning losses to beats. We got fans in the panels, got laughs in the crew. You solo in the bunker throwing darts at who? Every new voice you call them fake news, but community's grown and they ain't picking you. You built a castle, yeah, you made your bed, but you never fed the people, just your ego instead. Now you're watching from the tower while the crowd gets fed by the grill, by the vibe, by the voices you dread. Just say we clowns, cool, we bring in the show, but when the team's down bad, we still never fold. We debate, we dream, we keep the faith whole. You rant and repeat like a broken scroll. It ain't about fame, it's about connection. You lost that spark, now you fear rejection. While we light it up with every live session. You stuck in the past, afraid of progression. This is the Finns fight, welcome to the show. When the tailgate rises and the old dog slow. You can bark from the porch, but the people know. We the heartbeat now, just letting you know. You jealous of the love, it's starting to show. Trying to hold us back, but we still gon' flow. So sip your big OT, we'll steal the whole show. Cause the future of the Finns ain't behind no O. So here's your invite, Big O, tailgate's open. Bring your pride, bring your mic, just don't bring that gate. It don't fit here no more.